Good evening, Dolphin fans, and welcome to a victorious edition of the Fids Talk post-game show. The Miami Dolphins. That's right. That is not an error. That's not a typo. The Dolphins defeat the Buffalo Bills 30-13 after a monster day by the defense and the one and only Devon Achane. Let's welcome the panel. Finn Sammy of Finn's TV in the house. The one and only Finn Constanza. Adrian of the Rainy Day Podcast. And the one and only Doll of Doll's Diaries. How are we doing? Starting with Doll. How are you, Doll?
Fantastic. Bill's tears will sustain me and my life force for months to come.
Does this win make up for all the losses, the headache of this season at all?
No, absolutely not. This just has sustained me and has solidified the fact that Devon Achane is the best running back in the league, and you can go fight with a wall if you disagree with me.
I agree with that. I don't want to hear any more. I posted that. I don't want to hear any more talk about trading Devon Achane. Stop featuring Devon Achane. Feature more people. Bullcrap. Devon Achane is the Miami Dolphins offense. That's it.
Period.
You don't trade guys like that. You build upon guys like that. Shout out to Devon Achane.
Did you see, by the way, he changed his Instagram name to Himothy?
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Swear to God.
Shout out.
Be cocky, King. Be cocky. Is that how you die?
He deserves it.
I like that.
He is him. He is him.
He is him for sure. I mean, a lot of people go, oh, he's a decent, he's a good multi-tool back, but is he really a good running back? If you look at his, after today, I don't want to hear anything about it. And you see the little smirk in the corner there. He's coming. But before we get to him, let's get to Adrian of the Rainy Day Podcast. My brother, how you been, man? How you feeling after today's victory?
Great, man. It's always great to beat the Bills, man. And the dog welcome like we did today, it was great. Devon Achane, like we done mentioned before, is just the entire offense. Give him the ball 47 times a game, and you'll probably win. If not, with the defense playing like it did today, I mean, Anthony Weaver was in his bag. I mean, he had Doll changing her pants. It was crazy, man. Crazy day today. Especially on Twitter. You remember this?
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't even that bad.
Yeah. Great win, though. Great team win. Yes. Complimentary football. This is what happens when the Dolphins do that. They just don't do it all the time, but it was a great win today.
Absolutely was. Finn Stanza, my man.
What up?
How you doing, and what's that initial reaction, my brother?
Well,
ready to bring us down.
I had the chance to be on with Adrian before on Finn's Faithful. Me and George were talking out. I love going on that show. I had a great time there. What was today? Today for me was exactly what we said on pregame. Like, it wasn't going to happen, but exactly what we said had to happen happened.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there, and to see the joy on my – you know what gave me the best joy today? It wasn't even me watching the game, because I told you I was going to laugh either way. I was either going to laugh at the Dolphins losing. I was going to be laughing at McDaniel crapping on himself. But the joy I actually had, and Bobby, all of us who have kids will appreciate it, was the joy watching my kids, right? For my kids to actually watch the team beat the Bills. Like, if you remember, my sons are – my daughter was also watching, but my sons were 7 years old. Like, the last time the Dolphins won. And congratulations to Mike McDaniel. He's now 2-0 against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills on day games at home, which tells you, as Sammy and I were talking about on the Finn Faithful podcast, how rigged the NFL is to protect Josh Allen, because it took them 3 years to get back to a day game. The last 2 years have been night games. So, like, that's very interesting. No, but today was an excellent showing by all aspects. What I thought Anthony Weaver was when I was high on Anthony Weaver showed up today. Like, where was Juju Brents all season? Like, where was Juju Brents? The guy was phenomenal today.
Yes.
Zach Jones, great today. Melifanu, great today. Minka doesn't want to be traded. That, by the way, that 2-point conversion, you don't take that seriously. That stop on the goal line on that 2-point conversion was huge, because it kept it at 2 before game. That was phenomenal. The D-line finally showed up. Secondary was great. Jordan Brooks is a star. Like, I don't care what he said. The guy is phenomenal. Zach Seelefront got his first sack. Everything looked great today. The only people that looked, I'm not going to say negative, Benito Jones, Kenneth Grant, but everyone else looked great. Jake Bailey, that punt was the greatest punt I have ever seen, ever. That where it landed, how it stopped. That guy, you bring in a second punter. Remember, Bobby, during the offseason, I go, why are they bringing in 2 punters? What kind of nonsense is this? They must have given us Greg Ackerman. The special teams are great today. Offensively, there was only one problem on the offense, and kudos to the O-line. 0 sacks. 0 sacks. And that Daniel Brunskill, go look at Achan's last touchdown. He was on his knees making the last block downfield on his knees. He's been the 6th lineman. Who would have thought we'd be missing Julian Hill? But the offense was great. Even you didn't hear Larry Borum sighting was bad today. Everyone was quiet. You know that famous, when you don't hear about certain players during a game, they're doing their job? That's what the offensive line did today. You didn't hear any complaints about the offensive line. Jalen Wright got involved. Ollie Gordon wasn't as great, but he was there. Devon Achane, I said it before the game. He's the best player on this football team, and it isn't even close. Not even close. The man better, by the way, they better not pull a Christian Wilkins. They better not pull any of this crap. Sign him. He better be signed. That should be the before you hire a general manager. Champ Kelly, you want the best job? Go sign him now. Give him whatever he wants. Walk into his house, ring about, want 20 million, give him whatever the heck he wants. I don't care. Give him whatever he wants. Jalen Waddle, the fact that it was great today. He saved Tua's keister. Tua we'll talk about, but overall, this was the best coach football game in Mike McDaniel's career. He showed up. He ran the ball efficiently. Like, I thought he was going to stop running the ball at one point. He didn't. I am proud of Mike McDaniel today. It was the best coach game. And by the way, we'll talk about it, but that post game in the locker room, that was not normal. Like, that was laundry bins. Come on. But we have to get back down to earth here. But honestly, there was not one negative from this game except for Ethan Bonner, Benito Jones, and Tua Tagovailoa. Those 3 we'll talk about, but those 3 were a problem today. Everyone else, all 49 players were phenomenal besides those 3.
Let me tell you something. I feel like The Rock right now. I mean, I'm rock solid with all this talk about Devon Achane getting that extension. You got me excited, bro.
Rock hard, Bobby.
Rock
hard.
Rock that.
I'm solid right now, brother.
I tweeted that too.
There you go. Okay, there you go. I didn't see that.
Yeah. A lot of tweets from Doll today. Great ones.
It's great that it's like if she was, it's like she's involved in every show, because the way the FTSN is kind of going, it's it's unfiltered nowadays.
You're welcome. Nope. My influence is really showing itself.
Yes.
That's right. Yes,
it's appreciated too.
Yeah, very much. Sammy, my brother, after today's game, my man, how you feeling about the Dolphins?
I've said it for a couple of weeks. There are way too many people worried about, we need to lose this and we need to lose that because the draft. And they enjoy every win we can. Every single week I want them to win. I'm excited for the win, but it's kind of frustrating because you see what this team is capable of when they play together, when they look prepared, when there's a plan. So it's kind of frustrating. And I've been saying it for a while. I think my McDaniel is going to survive this. And after I told everyone that today, I said, if he beats the Bills, nothing else is going to matter. And look what happened. So, 6-7. I know.
He saved his job today.
So, yes, I think he saved his job.
Me too.
So, I've been saying it for a while. And, I was like, oh, you're crazy. But there you go.
So, I'll say this, too. Evan brought it up with the kids. Nothing brings me greater joy than my son watching this game and just so excited and
who picked the Dolphins to win.
And that's what I would say too, because he kept coming to me.
Yes,
56. What was it? 56. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. He was coming at me. He's like, what did you say? 56. I'm like, all right. No, awesome. that was really cool. And I'll just say very quick in regards of the game could not have started any worse. Right. I mean, you're watching and they're like, are you serious, dude? Like, are we really doing this? Like it's going to start like, I mean, the timeout in 15 minutes, the whatever, and then the god awful interception that was like, it's just like, okay, we're in for a long one. And then just to turn it around and the defense to play their best game of the season, Devon Achane, 174 yards, I mean, a killer game. And Jalen Waddle, like watching Jalen Waddle today, and I will say we will get into Tua, we will, but he even though he threw 2 interceptions, we know he didn't have a great game, but to him from following that ugly start, to have the game that he had and the way Jalen Waddle was playing, people are like, oh, we should have traded Jalen Waddle for a 27 first-round pick. Imagine if Jalen Waddle was on Buffalo right now today, okay, with Josh Allen. So this is why you don't make these type of trades, and it's not going to save the season right now. Realistically, this will not save the season right now. But again, these are guys, Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle. You don't move them. Of course, if you move a guy, you have to have a plan play, but you don't move those type of guys. You build on those guys. You go, okay, we have these pieces in place. Now let's get this complementary piece here. Now let's get this guy here. Now let's focus on this. Because guess what? Once you trade that guy, now you're going to have to find a replacement for him plus his partner. So, you know, this is why when people go, man, like, I forgot who brought it up, but when they win, you know, man, I want that. I think it was Adrian. I want that top 10 pick. And was it you? I don't know who said it, but anybody says
Don't be like that. Don't be like that, Bobby.
No, I'm just saying. And people are like,
I expected. I wanted them. I said I picked them to go 0-17 because every win could feel like a Super Bowl.
What I was saying was, I think you were the one who brought it up earlier in the show. What I'm saying is, when people say that, I get it. But at the same time, they have to guarantee to lose every game, to guarantee a first pick, to get a top player, top 5 pick, get a quality player. That's not always the case. You're not guaranteed a quality player with that top 5, top 10, whatever pick. You know, good teams figure it out. Now, again, Miami's not a good team. We don't know what Champ Kelly is. We don't know who the next GM is. Like you were saying, we should savor every win, cherish every win. This was an awesome win, and this would I don't think playoffs. That's it. I do think this might have saved McDaniel's job. I do think that. I will say that, but I don't think this saves the season in regard, because I think we're too far deep. But I do think that when I see a Devon Achane and I see a Jalen Waddle and I'm seeing what they do and I see how the defense responds and Bradley Chubb having a great game after being involved in trade rumors. When I see that, I see the silver lining. I see the guys you could build upon. And of course, I'm emphasizing Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle. So, talking on that though, let's get into Devon Achane for a second. Okay, this guy again, 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost 8 yards per carry, 6 receptions, 51 yards. Evan, are you ready to admit that you went a little too hard on Devon Achane?
I didn't go too hard. It's the same way I gave a swift kick in the ass to Jason Sanders, and he picked up his game.
Shut up, bro. Come on, dude.
Hey, I used to be high on Tua, so maybe now that I'm down on Tua, he'll come back up. It's called trolling. It's called being a little harsh. Have I been hard on Devon Achane? Yes. I thought, and by the way, even my doll down there, Courtney, even admitted that they were overusing him at one point and they're going to get him killed. Today, they balanced it. Like I said today on the pregame show, I even said today, you have to have way more runs than passes. Devon Achane is the star of your offense. He's the best player on this team, and it isn't even close. Was I hard on him? Yes. The same way I was hard on Jason. Did I think they were misutilizing him? Yes. I don't like him going up the middle the way he was. Now they were moving. But if you happen to notice, most of his plays, he was going to the left or right. He wasn't going up the middle. They were using that famous zone run that worked for the Dolphins back in 22 and 23. That's what I wanted. I didn't like when they were bringing him up the middle like a power back. But yes, was I wrong about him as an overall talent? Probably. But am I saying that
is he still a mid-tier back?
Is he a mid-tier back? No. No, of course not. I called him a mid-tier back because I didn't consider him a power back. I consider him what he was today. He was a star player who did multiple things. Look, I said even on the pregame, we were watching the Colts game. I want him to emulate. I want Mike McDaniel to emulate him the way they emulate Jonathan Taylor, and that's the kind of guy he is. Like I say, Saquon Barkley, stop putting him up the middle. Why, Bobby? You'll admit this. I'm wrong. Courtney, the Mike McDaniel of last year, or even maybe 5 games ago, on 3rd and 1, on 3rd and 1, would have handed the ball to Devon Achane up the middle instead of giving it to Alec Ingold. Did you see how easy it was for Alec Ingold to go up the middle? You give it to your fullback, you give it to your power back. That's what I want to see. On short yardage situations, if you happen to notice, Devon Achane never saw the football. He never saw the football. He was off the field. When you needed big plays, when it was 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd, then they gave it to Achane. If you happen to notice, the tougher plays were given to right board. That was the smart part today. When you use Devon Achane in the right spots for him, he's going to be phenomenally successful. And I think he is the best player on this team. I've been saying it for weeks, on this football team, and it's not even close. He is Jonathan. If you want a name, he's one of the best running backs in the league. Him and Jonathan Taylor neck and neck. And I said on the pregame show that probably in the next 3 years he will be the offensive player of the year. I said that. That's the cool part about what I say. You can replay what I say, and I ain't lying about it. So for me, Devon Achane is Tua's best friend. You talked about it for how many years? Tua Tagovailoa, game manager. Give it to your game breakers. And by the way, kudos to Jalen Waddle because that combination is really right. And by the way, I'm going to say it right now. There might be a way, because I guarantee you, if he sees what's going on with Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle, don't be surprised if Tyreek Hill is begging to come back next year. Don't be surprised. Because he was tweeting. I don't know if you can follow Tyreek Hill. He was tweeting all game. Devon Achane is at another level. Like there's that famous line in Moneyball. There's this team. There's a level. This team, by the way, 30-13. Devon Achane's on this field. It's not even a game. You lose Devon Achane, this team is nothing. He's the star. He stirs the drink every single game, and he gives the team confidence. He was the guy in the locker room today. Tua wasn't the one talking. It was Achane leading, and he wants to stay here. By the way, he came to the podium. He wants to be here. Sign him tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. I think all of us agree, right? Extend Achane now. Keep him. Build on.
What? Give him all the money.
Give him all the money. Give him all the money before you screw up your cap by cutting Tua too early.
Can we give Devon Achane Tua's contract?
That would be. They don't pay running backs that much, but Tua's back.
I think he deserves a contract, but I wouldn't.
I think he deserves. He's doing more than that quarterback is doing. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah.
We'll get there.
Also, Evan, we're going to have a discussion after the show about you calling Devon Achane a mid-tier back. I don't believe I was on that show, so we're going to have to discuss.
I've only done it for about 2 years. I did it.
We're going to have to discuss that behavior because it's unacceptable.
It got him to where he is today. You never know.
Yeah, that's what it was. He turned on MTSN and he saw Fitzgerald call him mid-tier, and he went, "I'll show him. I'll show him." How about Adrian? How about that defense? How about that Dolphins team? Where has this defense been?
I don't know. Who knew it took just Jalen Phillips trade to wake the defense up? Because everybody, it seemed like, was balling. I mean, you had Sealer get his first sack of the season. I mean, Juju Brents, I don't even know where this guy been, like Evan said, but probably the MVP of the defense today, I would say. Just the plays he made early really set the tone for the defense. And, I mean, Anthony Weaver was just completely in his bag. He called all the right plays for Josh Allen, and everybody executed. So it was great to see, finally, another, other than the Atlanta game, another complete game for the defense. But I thought it was great to see. Consistency is our problem, though. So can they keep it up? We'll see. But I really don't like how they celebrate it, to be honest. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but we celebrated like we won the Super Bowl today, all right? I'm not feeling that. From a 3-7 team.
Can I lead into that? And maybe I want Dahl or Sammy to answer it. I think that lead-in of that celebration wasn't about the players. Because if you happen to notice who was in the locker room, with them and who was standing in the tunnel, you never saw Chris Grier. They hit him. There was a guy in a really nice green suit to service who looked very dap in that suit, and that was Champ Kelly. Champ Kelly was all over. And I think they did that for McDaniel, and they did that for Champ Kelly. I think that was just a celebration of those two. Maybe Sammy, I don't know if you agree, Courtney, if you agree, but I think that, and Bobby too, I think that was more of a celebration. They actually, it's crazy to admit, I think they really wanted to show that for their coach, I think, and their GM.
You think they did that for Chris Grier because Chris Grier is gone?
No, I think they did it
in response to Chris Grier.
I think it was response to Chris Grier is gone, and I think they did it to show Mike McDaniel that we're here to play for you.
Oh yeah.
And how interesting, because they haven't shown that much, right? Like they show it when they win, but like I think like even Champ Kelly, they made it very. The marketing team is smart. They showed the look of what was going on, Champ Kelly right there. I think they did that to really extend an olive branch that they didn't give up on their coach, and that they're playing hard for the rest of the season. Like I think
this is Mike McDaniel's team. All right, get used to it. Yeah. Right, Sammy?
Sammy was right.
If I may, I think you're the first one who's ever called the Dolphins media team smart, because every single time we talk about the media team is because they said
that was the smartest thing they've done.
Stupid online about 2 or something, whatever. So congrats to the Dolphins media team for having been called smart. Congrats on you guys. That's one. Second, no one, not me, not Bobby, not you, not the media, not anyone, not the NFL Network, not anyone ever else. Just one guy on the media, NFL Network, said the Dolphins were winning today. So I do believe they have reason to celebrate, because when no one gives you a chance and you actually win, that's a big win. They deserve to celebrate. I'm not saying like they did not act the whole game like they were celebrating. If that happened, they would have lost. They played the game. They play hard. They wasn't like they did exactly, yeah, we win, dancing and stupidly like they used to do. They ended the game. They play hard. They play prepared, and they deserve to celebrate the game because no one gave them a chance. Now they have to do it next week and the week after. No, the week after they're going to win that one, but not the week after that. They show they're capable of, and they deserve to celebrate it because no one gave them a chance. So I have no problem with them celebrating. It was a super celebration, but nonetheless. And again, the media team being called smart. That's the first. Congrats to the media guys on the Dolphins for finally being named as smart on something.
Courtney, what did you think of that celebration? I just want to know what you thought of that.
I think they were just a bunch of grown-ass men celebrating because they beat a team that they struggled to beat, and they've just heard nothing but people talk shit on how horrendous their play is and their work. Exactly. And I think that they were just like it was a cocky celebration. I don't really think that it was even for anybody other than
themselves
being like, yeah, look, we don't actually suck as bad as the national media has drug us for the past like 3 weeks. I think that's all it was. I think it was just a bunch of dudes being cocky because they won against a team that they struggled to win against, a narrative that they didn't think they were going to do. And I just think it was a bunch of cocky dudes in a locker room celebrating half naked together.
Your favorite.
I don't know what else.
Adrian, you need to stop, man. You need to stop.
Cocked up, celebrating, ready to go. That's all.
We
won.
They also changed their pants. It was just like a whole wild celebration.
Goodness gracious.
That's all I think it was. I don't think that there was a meaning behind it.
What was up with the blue trash bins?
They're laundry bins. They were just
laundry bins.
Laundry.
They were like pushing each other. You've never done that? Like you never jumped in something's stupid and started pushing each other? No.
The silence after that. Yeah, I know. That's what made me laugh, Todd. I will say, I just watched that video because I saw it before, but I had no interest in watching it because they're still 3-7, whatever their record is now. And it's very nice. I'm happy that they won it, and I love the way they won. And guys stepped up, and the defense looked great. And again, they did beat Buffalo, and and that is a question people are going to ask. Did Miami win or did Buffalo lose? No, Miami won. Buffalo. Buffalo made a lot of mistakes. I mean, they did not play their best football today, but that's the games you have to win. You got to take advantage of bad games for other teams.
Bobby, they didn't play bad. The sun was too bright because they've already said it in press conferences. The sun.
Yes.
The sun.
No, they did not.
They did.
100%.
Yes, they did.
The sun. The sun
It's
on
hot.
a rainy Sunday afternoon in Miami, the sun
They
was
did say.
too hot for them.
No.
Okay,
Greg,
we
I think it was
didn't
Greg
lose because
Russo
they
said
weren't the
we
better
don't
team.
play in the
That big
heat
thing in
like
the
that.
sky was too
The
hot.
one who played for the University of Miami?
Yes.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me, bro?
Yes.
The sun was too hot on the rainy afternoon
Okay.
on a Sunday.
So basically, what the guy next to me said on the pregame show about the Bills not winning, only winning at 9 at Hard Rock Stadium is actually true, right?
Yeah,
My McDaniel
they're already blaming the sun in an
Yeah.
interview. Oh, it was really hot. And then the
didn't
dude
see
who
that.
said it,
That's ridiculous.
Russo, whatever his
I
name
need to
is
find that.
from Florida.
I could not believe that.
He's a top tackler for the. By the way, what the Dolphins did today. What it showed to me right now is that the Bills have a serious problem because if they have to go face the Colts, they have to go face the Ravens, any running focused team, they are going to start. This run defense is awful. Like their run defense, they are flawed.
Those two are better today.
Like they
Run
were
defense by
flawed.
far.
That, by the way, you want to know why the Dolphins played better today, by the way? Why they played better? Because typically everyone on that defense wanted to look like Jalen Phillips, so they rubbed Vaseline all over their body and on their hands. And now that Jalen Phillips is no longer there and there's no more Vaseline, they don't slither off guys. They actually can tackle them and they can actually wrap them. So honestly, it was like, by the way, who would have thought getting rid of Chris Grier? By the way, to Jalen Phillips, this may have been the best thing that ever happened to you, but the best thing that happened to Anthony Weaver was getting rid of your sorry ass. And we didn't resign you. Chris Grier probably would have resigned you.
What's your problem?
Can I say how wild it was that we didn't have Phillips or Chop? And I think that was the most pressure I've seen our defense get on an opposing team. I was a little bit flabbergasted. I'm not going to lie. Because I was like, oh my God, without Phillips and Chop, that side's going to be, weak. Like, who's going to really fill in? And these guys stepped up. So who was the realistic? That's all I have.
And by the way, Bobby, you're going to appreciate this considering you're such a draft nut. I've come to the conclusion today, watching today's game and the players who were stars. And because Devon Achan's a prime example, you can see where different people are picked in the draft. It's not where you pick in the draft; it's who you pick in the draft, and that is just look at the stars of this league right now.
100%.
Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achan, all the stars that are in this league right now are not household number one top 10 picks. It's all about who you pick. So it's about who you hire for your personnel. It's about who you hire for your general manager. And it's not. And by the way, stop drafting someone to help somebody else. Pick the person who's the best person. Like if I look back now, when the Dolphins picked Tua, I look back on it, like I look at the draft top 10 and I look what Herbert did. The person I look back on, I go, I would have taken Tristan Wirfs. Oh, maybe I would have taken Penny too. Like there's so many, because now you have Patrick Paul, right? Like you have to fix the other side. Like there's so many little things you can do.
Great point. 100%.
It's literally, it doesn't matter where you pick, because now they're 7th. Next week they're probably going to be 10th. It doesn't matter. It's knowing who you have to have the right people. Because by the way, the one key thing about personnel, and I always say this in sports,
You got to have the right person picking these people.
No, by the way,
Evan.
I know it's no salary. That's why there's no salary. There's a salary cap, which in the NFL for players, there's no salary cap on hiring personnel. Hire every single smart person that you know for the Dolphins. Steve Ross, don't worry about the players on the field. Go hire the best personnel you possibly can to pick the players in next year's draft. That's all. Like it's all about the brains. It's not about picking the need. No more drafting for stupid need. I'm sick of it.
Look at Josh right here from On the Clock. We have said this on the draft show every year. It doesn't matter where you draft them, just draft good players.
Yeah.
And I want to bring up something very quick, and it's funny because Tristan, I wanted Tristan to come in here for a minute. First off, to get his props,
Yes.
but also,
You
got that dub.
Yeah, dude.
This is something. Mostly every time other people pick the other team to win, I'm the only one who picks the other team to win.
the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins. And I pick all the bad teams to win because I love upsets. And then the good team loses sometimes and the good team wins sometimes. And then when they lose, I'm like, people don't have minds.
Well, who did the best? Who had the best game today for the Dolphins?
Devon, definitely like 3 touchdowns for Devon.
Yeah, he had a killer day, right? Yeah,
He
look,
knows.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look, DSG, all hail Tristan.
Yes, DSG, DSG,
My boy.
DSG.
DSG.
Yeah, he was on me, man. He was on me the whole game. Every time the Dolphins scored, 56-10, right? 50.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's enough out of you.
Yeah, you couldn't even enjoy the win, huh?
I couldn't.
It says it right here.
Okay, yes.
It says it right here.
All right.
Yeah, he
yeah.
pulled out the
And then he-
receipts on you, Bobby. Hold up the
That's right. You hold your daddy accountable.
Yeah. Yeah. He owes you
Is that
ice
it?
cream.
Smack your goddamn daddy. Smack your daddy. You ever see?
He owes you money and ice cream.
You see, if you have just left with Buffalo 10-35 and just ignoring me, boom, you want to get that much defeat. But 56-10, and then Dolphins getting
because
30
I upped
points.
my score. That's what
Yep,
he
you
said. If I would have
deserve
kept the 30, it wouldn't be as bad, Dad. Look,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's dad got to buy you
Because
to
I'm like,
Yeah, what's
For
the
this
bet?
win.
You owe.
what's he owe you?
you mostly get everything right and you mostly get everything wrong.
I don't
And
think
then
you
on
owe.
a Dolphins game, you get it wrong. Do 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 do.
6, 7.
6, 7. Oh, that's great. All right.
Ice cream. What's his favorite dessert, man? You got to get it to him.
They say I gotta get
He's
you
the
a
only
dessert.
one-
What's your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert, we should the food dessert or like another dessert, like the prize dessert.
No.
Oh,
Dessert.
Okay,
like
dessert,
a prize.
Bobby,
Um,
you're being slammed in the comments and you're not letting your son hear what we all the nice things we're saying about him.
They're talking. They want to talk.
Favorite dessert,
They want
Tristan.
to hear all the good things you're saying.
My
Tell your
favorite
dad
dessert.
owes you money and dessert.
Yeah,
owes
money,
me-
dessert.
Yo, bro owns me money.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
know.
No.
He
Yeah,
owes you a new
$30.
Xbox,
$30. 1
He
point
told
for
me he's
every
gonna buy
Dolphins
you a
win.
Devon
a new
Yes!
Xbox, a PlayStation
Yes!
5.
Yes, $30
All
every
that.
win. $30 every win.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you, dog.
better Venmo you that. I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what she's talking.
Told me he's buying you a
I
Devon
gave you life.
H.
That's all I owe you.
Actually, your mother gave you life. Your dad owes you $30.
I gave her
Oh,
rich.
well, it starts with it does start
That
with
is-
the man.
Let's not start with that one.
That's physics.
It does
That's
start with the
physics.
man. I was
That's
just saying.
physics. That's
Yeah,
physics.
Josh says I gotta give you. You could have some Oreos.
Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
With leche.
Ice
Those
cream,
are
bro.
leche. With
Ice
leche.
cream.
Oh, here we
All
are.
right.
With leche.
Wait,
We're good.
With leche.
I just gotta say something.
No.
I just gotta say
We're
You don't
something.
have to say anything.
Yeah, I do. Guys, subscribe for
Yeah.
my dad because bro just got everything wrong. Bro just got everything wasted. Play GTA 5 and then you get wasted because of the Dolphins.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Bro got the whole
He
thing
owes you
wrong for
GTA
this
6
game.
when it comes
Oh,
out next year.
In 20
Or the
in
year after.
2030, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not
or the
gonna
year after
offend
that.
Evan, but, like,
Roasted.
bro's always on the negative.
He's awesome.
Whatever,
That
bro.
kid's on
He's
his way.
always on the negative.
He's
I
on
thought
his
he was gonna
way.
do good. He's like, subscribe to the channel. I was like, oh, cool. All right, good ending, son. He's like, because my dad is dumb. I'm like, why?
Subscribe to this poverty franchise because my dad can't get a thing right.
Bobby is loving this.
Look, Eddie just subscribed.
Yes.
You got one, bro.
You gotta subscribe.
Sammy, why do you think Eddie? We've had Eddie on the show like 3-4 times. And he just subscribed. What is this nonsense?
He's such a liar.
I need my phone. Go play games. Tell him that.
Big pop from Tristan, though. Big pop.
Yo.
That was fun. Yeah,
He
you
doesn't
owe
know
that
yet.
kid a
He doesn't
lot.
know yet, but I'm about to ground his ass. Talked all that shit.
You gotta run it
F
back.
them
I
kids,
heard
man.
everything.
F
I
them
heard
kids.
Kids. I was gonna say this because now that Tristan's there, Josh Moser. I don't know if you guys saw that what Bradley Chubb said running back to the locker room. Did you read that? That he said Bradley Chubb running back to the locker room after the win with the Bills says, "You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. Commanders, Saints, and Jets on deck. Dare we say 6-7?
Who said that?
Well, I asked. I don't know if anybody saw that, so I was just wondering.
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so
Did not.
By the way, that was by far. Talk about a team. Talk about the rest.
Evan, hold up, Evan. Hold up. You tried to give the kids some leche. What's wrong with you?
I know. I said with the Oreo.
What?
It's all good.
He's back.
Wait,
Look behind your shoulder.
He said leche. He said leche for your son, bro.
bro,
Ouch.
Evan, what the?
Come on.
That was inappropriate.
Like, come on,
With
man.
Oreos. With Oreos.
With the Adrian just gets to keep going. He offered candy from a truck. What?
Yep.
I have 3 young
There's
kids.
a special police division for kind of people like you.
What's that guy from the TV
The
show?
rules are different in Canada, guys. The rules are different in Canada. Things more
Oh.
lax here.
Not
Okay.
that. I don't think so.
You guys giving out leche everywhere in Canada, huh?
Yeah.
Who wants it?
Who wants it? Let me go ahead. Don't touch that, but here, go over there.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
So
You
you're-
are.
Who's caught in the? What's a pot calling the kettle black? That's the famous line.
What have I said that is inappropriate?
Today? When the
I was
last
talking to
In the
Evan.
past, like 10 minutes. I've actually been very well behaved
Very good.
today.
Yeah. A
Don't
little
forget to
bit.
mute your computer there when you start
I'm
typing.
doing it
there.
on purpose. It's the one on our
Heavy
test.
fingers. My gosh.
Me?
No,
me,
not
like,
you.
No,
I have the
Evan.
keyboard. I have the keyboard. So I'm doing it on
He
purpose.
destroyed
Every time
his
Evan
keyboard.
every time someone else talks, Evan starts typing away. It's
Yeah.
like,
Is he
Yeah.
taking notes? Is he the secretary of the show?
no, I don't know. No, he's just trying to.
He's
find
got
something.
he runs through keyboards every week. Got to. Those
Let me
buttons
just and
can't
that's what I was
work
going
all
to say
the time.
too. Evan brought up that video, so I went to go back to look at that video of the locker room celebration, and I get it. I'm with Adrian. You know, I was like, come on, dude, you guys are 3-7. You know, but I get it. It was a tough win against a tough team. You haven't done that.
Yeah.
However, I did scan the room to find Champ Kelly, and I did.
Were you zooming in?
Oh.
Yeah, I zoomed in,
He
make
did.
sure everything was
He
was
was-
in place.
Dissecting
Copacetic.
frame by frame those half naked men in the locker room.
Doll
Was
watching
freezing
in
him
slow
up.
motion. That's why she's asking.
This is the leche. Drinking slowly as I watch it. No, it's so bad. This is all over. We need a midnight edition of FTSN. It's totally gone now. I'm so innocent too. I just wanted milk, and you guys just went off.
I wasn't involved in that one. I'd like to just go.
But
on the record
you rode
my
with it.
innocence.
You took the torch. Of course, my big mouth wife has to message or tweet.
She tagged me in
Doll.
it. She tagged me
I
in
know,
it.
and I'm like, there it is, and it's over.
I, just
at
say,
that
I
point.
wasn't
What's your
involved
gimmick
in,
now,
in the
Bobby?
depravity.
But I'm gonna say, I'll just say, Champ Kelly did see him. He was standing there right next to McDaniel, wearing the green suit, and I didn't see a guy just standing there soaking it all in. I saw a guy that was hyped as much as the players. He was fist pumping and you know, and I think that you just like that. Like he was hyped. Like, and isn't he a former player? Am I not crazy? Wasn't he a former player?
He's got a hell of a name for one.
Yes.
I think he is. And so
Yes.
that really, you know, and I don't know, dude, you know, players could gravitate to that, you know, and again, this is I would not be surprised, especially after a win like this, but if it continues through the season, I could see a guy, you know, Ross, quote unquote, falling in love with him and going, you know, I think this guy could carry us over. I think this guy would do well with Mike McDaniel and enroll. And then here we go again with the whole half and half moment. Look at Sammy thinking we forgot about his leche moment.
Yeah. That's what I was laughing at.
I'm just thinking about the Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear it. Like my son had the headphones. I didn't know. See, this is why I don't put the headphones. I try to protect him from outside noise. And you
Well,
know.
we didn't. Well, Evan the only one that got inappropriate. We were talking about Xboxes and money and
Yeah, we
PlayStations.
kept it complete. We were just trying to have him take all your money from you. We did nothing inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well behaved.
Horrible. Did you give him the cell
Different
phone?
in
He
Canada.
snuck out of the room with- Yes, I told him he could use the cell phone because that way to get him away from the show for a minute. You know, I did give him my cell phone.
He's going on Amazon Prime right now to
He's ordering it.
This. He said I could get it.
Playing
But,
Canada.
Can we talk about? I don't know if it's on your thing. Can we just talk about how terrible Ethan Bonner is?
Yeah, right ahead. Go for it.
First of all, Juju Brents Never heard the name. Had to Google him
Yeah.
mid-game. Loved everything I saw out of him. Shocked that we haven't used him before.
They got
I
to.
would be shocked if he didn't earn himself a starting spot after this game. I don't know what his injury was. I didn't really look into it. I hope it wasn't anything major. But Ethan Bonner came in and just played horrible. Couldn't wrap up a tackle. Terrible coverage, slipping and falling. They obviously, went after him, targeted him because he was just terrible. But with a depleted secondary, seeing this Juju Brents out there gave me a little bit of hope because I would like to see him, Minka, and a healthy Rasul Douglas. I think the three of them back there would be tremendous. And then if we can get Chop back and we can start I have a lot of high hopes if Weaver continues to call the kind of games he called today, but also if the players perform as well as they did today. They weren't missing tackles, for the most part. They were getting pressure. We were getting sacks. We were performing. I would just like to see that extra piece of this Juju Brents out there because I like the kid.
Hard to find good flat corners. You know what I'm saying? Very rare.
Yes.
For sure. Juju Brents is a big dude too. He matches up well with Bill's wide receivers.
And he was physical as hell.
Yeah, man.
I like a physical corner.
And Rob of Dolphins Thirsty is after Jason Marshall looks solid today too. Shout out to Jason Marshall, the rook.
Yeah.
Had himself a game. Again, the defense was very impressive today. It was really great to see. I love seeing Josh Allen and James Cook flustered. I love them, watch them kind of go like, what the is going on? It was really good to see. And just to see Miami keep the foot on the throat, continue running the ball, pound the rock, make the passes when you got to make them. You don't have to do 30, 50, 60. You don't have to do that many passes. You have a running game. Use it. And they did. What was there? They had the 28th ranked defense in rushing, Sammy.
Yeah.
And we talked about it on pregame, and they took advantage of it. And it just shows you, even people go, oh, well, Devon H can't do that with this offensive line. They did. They did it to Buffalo. And then Miami's offense was able to push it away, and the Dolphins defense ended up holding down the number one offense in the NFL. So
timely turnovers.
100% necessary.
And the line played great too. I know we gave Achan his props, but 100%. that line deserves credit too. Because if we have a good run game, that means that they're doing their job up front. And I'll go on the record as saying that they also had a tremendous game.
Tua had a clean pocket all day.
Let me ask this, and I'll start with Sammy, and then any one of you guys follow up after each other right after. And it's a kind of a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because you really think, because you brought up Jalen Phillips, right? You're like, man, this deal. But the only real thing that changed, minus Phillips being traded, was Chris Grier getting fired. Do you think that actually had an impact on this game and possibly the team going forward, Sammy?
I cannot say that Chris Grier being fired had influence in the game because how much do they care? The guy who probably would have traded them is out of there. They had to play for a regime, maybe. But the fact is that whatever happened, the defense that played so physical today, the Buffalo Bills defense is a physical defense. We've been pushed around every single time, win or lose or close or not. The Dolphins defense, the Bills defense had pushed over the Dolphins offense every single game. And today, it was a complete opposite from the start of the game. The physicality was with the Dolphins. So I'm not sure if Chris Grier, being fired had anything to do there in anything, but the change was palpable. This game was a complete opposite every single game I've seen in the last 4 years, as long as much of physicality, because I could not believe what I was seeing. And they looked tired. The Bills looked tired, and after it started raining, sometimes if it's kind of hot, which wasn't extremely hot, but kind of hot, humidity, and it rains, you can see the humidity goes up. You can see Josh Allen, that he's asking for air, and they look tired every single time of the game. So there were so many variables. I'm not saying I'm not ready to say Chris Grier being fired had anything to do with it. Especially the Dolphins were prepared, and maybe even the rain that small rain basically gassed the Bills. But Chris Grier, I don't think it happened. Had anything to do with it.
Evan?
I'm going to totally disagree with Sammy, and I think it had everything to do with it in the sense that I believe they realized, because they follow people. When Tua, for example, says, I'm not on social media, people know what's going on. I think people realize, wait, Steve Ross has actually fired someone. He actually made a change. I now need to protect the coaches that I want to play for. So if they like Mike McDaniel and they want to play for him, they better step it up. And they better play their best game. And what was the best? Because I think if this would have been for example, it would have been before, I'm trying to think of the team. Let's say it was the Seahawks today, or it was the Panthers, or it was the Saints. I think they actually wouldn't have played a game like this. The fact that it was Buffalo, it was their toughest nemesis they played with, who was their daddy for the last couple of years. Like, everything was stacked against him in this game. No injuries to your best corner. Tua's been struggling. McDaniel's on the hot seat, even though they say he's not. But if he got blown out today, everything was against them. And they said, you want to know what? We better have this sense of urgency for Weaver. And now all of a sudden, Weaver's defense is coming around. McDaniel called the best game. Like, everything that possibly could have happened was flipped on its head. So I think the players actually realize that, you want to know what? We want to now impress our potential future general manager. They want to play for their coach. The only person who looked, honestly, you're going to laugh, the only true person, because I don't count Panino, the only true person who looked like he didn't care, like, meaning didn't change how he played, was Tua. Like, Tua looked okay. And by the way, I must tell you, Bobby, you don't know if you saw in the press conference, did you hear Mike McDaniel talk about, by the way, if anyone has any doubt that Tua's not McDaniel's guy, I told Tua on 3rd and down that if deep long, chuck it as far as you can.
Cover for him.
Chuck it. I'll come. He backed him up. He didn't throw Tua onto the bus. He backed him up. Remember, this is a team that on press conferences, Sammy and Bobby and everyone, that usually they run over the guy and they back up over them. They throw each other under the bus. And I'm not to blame. He backed him up and said, I told him to do that. Throw it. So for me, I believe that this team actually saw that was a swift kick in the ass. I thought I was wrong. I thought that the coach would do it. But now I think they kind of they don't want McDaniel to get fired. I think they like Weaver. And this group of guys, because remember, they're not the best, they're not a very good team to begin with, but they had a phenomenal day today. Were playing for their jobs and playing for their coach and playing for their DC, and they all just had great games today. And I think that's what happened. I think it was the swift kick in the butt they needed, except for Tua. Because, by the way, Tua, once again, he was efficient, but he was Tua. He was Tua.
Hunt past it, like DSG said. Hilarious. Nah, those were bad. Those were bad picks. You can tell Tua just threw it out there. But Mike McDaniel did cover for him. Now, I think that the defense itself, just speaking on the defense, has been kind of building toward this type of performance. And they finally, everybody's finally on the same page, and they just executed very well to what Anthony Weaver called. So that's that. The offense, they did what they needed to do. Obviously, you playing against the 28th Russian defense. You want to run the ball, and Achane is just phenomenal. I mean, look at his game. There's no words for that. You can just look at it. And Mike McDaniel really didn't call a bad game. It kind of all clicked today. Special teams was great. Jake Bailey was phenomenal. Everything kind of clicked today. It was just one of those games, man, where the Dolphins finally had some, again, some complimentary football. And this is what we get. We get these type of games when they do that. But, I mean, they just don't do it all the time. That's all.
I love all your points. We'll stay on Tua because Dahl brought up Ethan Bonner. And so I'll start with Dahl with Tua. Just your thoughts on today's game. Again, it couldn't have started any worse. That first interception, I mean, that was one of the I try not to react right away to the start of a game. I just let the game play out. Me and Fitzstanza have a good time because when we went to the game together, he, again, 2 touchdowns in, he was ready to bounce. And I'm like, dude, give it a chance. So I try. He knows that I'm not one to really like throw up my hands at the start of it. But after that INT, I literally went in the room. I covered Tristan's ear, and I just said, trash. I told him, Tristan, I heard you, and I mean, it was that bad. And again, overall, though, the Dolphins came back. They played great football. Tua didn't have a terrible game, but he did have 2 very ugly interceptions. Again, I would tell you, Dalton, and you can agree, disagree, just follow up and then just lead it. This game could have saved McDaniel's career as the coach of the Dolphins. This could, literally, because Ross could look at this and look what they did to Buffalo, but I don't think this did anything for Tua. I don't think, I still think that I feel like the case has been written. I think McDaniel's ready to move on, even if he remains as head coach, or the team's ready to move on, even with McDaniel, with or without McDaniel. What were your thoughts on Tua's game, and where do you stand on him right now as a Dolphins quarterback?
Well, the difference between me and you, Bobby, is that I had already tweeted twice before that interception happened.
Yeah.
The first one was that I was pissed that we didn't defer. I absolutely hate when we elect to receive because we melt down in the second half of games. So why would we not want to start with the ball? And then, of course, the interception. I'm done. I'm over the. What was funny is I posted, like, I tweeted. I think I said, like, I hate Tua, like, I'm done with Tua. I said the same thing about Carson Beck, who was Tua 2.0 on Saturday.
Yeah, same tweet, just different names.
Same tweet, different name. But Tua has shown all he can show. I stand by everything I've said about him. He has low football IQ. He managed the game. Let's be aside from throwing the 2 interceptions, and he had the one great throw to Waddle because Waddle got separation and made the play, and then the little touchdown pass to Malik. He really didn't do much during the game.
What you want?
Yeah, he managed it. But if we were down and we had to put the game on his back, I would trust my running back more than my quarterback. And one of them is being paid $53 million and the other is not. I think that this also just shows, I mean, it's fantastic that Josh Allen had a worse game. And so he is really going to be in the media. Like, that's going to be the narrative, is like, oh my God, what happened to Josh Allen? He's so tremendous and he's such a freak athlete and he's so great. And I can't believe that he played like absolute dog shit. Oh my God, it has to be anybody's fault but pretty little Josh Allen. I'm sorry, Josh Allen thought he was a running back, got the ball stripped out of him, and had nothing to do other than go sit there, and we got to zoom in on his sad little face. It was glorious.
Shout out Jack Jones.
But Tua, I will say that during the rain, you could see the ball slipping out of his hands. I won't hold that against him because I do know it was coming down pretty good, it looked like. But you can't trust him, just let it rip. And McDaniel made that quote, like, yeah, I told him that if it's 3rd down or whatever to just let it rip. Then why did we run it on 3rd and 14? Because I tweeted that too about why that was bullshit. And I can't believe that we tried to run it on 3rd and 14. Like, at some point, you just need to give it up on the Tua train. I get it. We were probably going to be stuck with McDaniel. He probably saved his career, but I don't think Tua did anything that made anybody stand up and be like, this is a quarterback. I think they stood up and they're like, Devon Achane saved this game. He's the best running back in the league. Jonathan who? Like, that's what I got out of the game. I didn't get Tua beat the Bills. Tua didn't do it. Now, the last time we played the Bills and Tua did lead that comeback, absolutely. This time around, all he did was hand that ball off and, maybe had a couple screens here and there and like one deep ball, but he's so inconsistent. You can't build your future on this man. You just can't. We've seen what he can do. And even that's limited. Even our best season, 2023, fell apart in November. So he has never had a spectacular, complete season. I've seen all I can see. I know that when we started to win again, people tried to like retweet my like Tua sucks quote and like, what about now? What about now? And I'm like, it's still Devon Achane running the ball. I'm sorry, but like, He had
Yeah, I don't know anybody could you got a whole. It's the same thing on the season. You have this whole evidence tray. You got this whole film of every game. You got all these games in front of you, and it's the one little thing where you go, oh look, now I told you he was going to be good, or I told you that this team was going to be good. It's like
yeah.
you didn't
Soon
see
as
the
a
other
good game
7
happens.
losses and 12, 13 interceptions, and like let's be real, and
my
again,
my oldest, who everybody knows is a Steelers fan, he even came out and I was like, we won. He's like, Tua still threw 2 picks. What is that in his contract?
Mhm. yeah.
And I was
Does
like,
anybody think Tua's clutch?
No.
No,
No.
right?
that's a funny
Okay.
joke.
Even like Tua fans, they can't even think that, right?
You
But they
can't.
will.
Let me
They
let me
will.
ask you this, and I don't want to get me or Sammy going, and I know Evan, but I just have to ask. I'm not meaning to stir any. I just have to ask because we're on the Tour thing, because it has been a debate, and I did say if McDaniel keeps his job, I could see that situation play out. So I'm gonna have even though I don't want that situation because I don't want to get that hit, but I think everyone on this panel, and I think most Dolphin fans are over the Tua thing. I think we're ready for it to wrap up. I think the Dolphins are as well. I mean, it's easier said than done because it's a contract. But Evan has proposed before doing the Russell Wilson thing and just cutting him and taking a hit, be a record $100 and some odd million cap hit. Of course, you could spread it between 2 seasons. I'm against that because I don't want to take the hit. Sammy's against it. I think Adrian, you're against it as well, right? In the comments,
Yeah.
at least. Okay.
I am very against it.
Where do you stand on that? Would you be willing to take the hit just to get past the Tua era in Miami, or would you keep him for 1 year when that cap drops after the season after? He could be your bridge, he could be your backup. Where would you stand on that situation?
I wouldn't take the money hit, and I would make him sit his pretty little ass on the bench every day and watch some other quarterback play on this team, even if he was terrible. I would make him
That's a
sit
real
there with
quarterback
his
out there, Tua.
I'd put fucking Zach Wilson out there and be like, yeah, you wish that was you, huh? No, he can sit his little ass on the bench. He can laugh and look on his little Windows tablet and have like the great day that he's having on the bench. You're not going to affect my cap. You're not going to affect my future. You sit your little ass on that bench and you be a good little boy and give them their water. H&'s thirsty.
H&'s thirsty. H&'s is thirsty. Go get him a Gatorade. No, okay. Like I understand. Like that's one thing we discussed. And again, the more I thought about it, because we went on this huge debate and it was great. It was fun, and I understand the point. But I admit
it got heated.
But it's funny.
It got a little
You have
heated.
2 anons on the panel because that would have explained a lot.
Oh, that's what we need to get.
But no, God, God, no. But I've kind of took my foot off the gas in regards of, again, if the Miami Dolphins actually do keep McDaniel, then I could see that situation play out where it's like, no, we gotta move. Even though I think I wouldn't do it just because the cap hit and you don't have a legitimate backup right now.
Yeah.
If you were to go and draft a guy, whether in the first, second, whatever round, and you're like, you could have him compete. If he starts, great. Tua's the backup. Or if he's not ready to start right away, Tua's your bridge. You put him as the bridge. You got him for 1 more year. If he does great on the year after, you have a trade piece. If he does it, you have a backup. That's how I would see it. But I understand Evan's point. But I wanted to ask you, because we haven't heard your opinion on that yet. But Evan, you brought up earlier. I know you brought up Tua. So I'm going to let you discuss your thoughts on Tua's game today and how influential, how impactful he was on this victory. Did he have any impact on this game whatsoever?
True proof today that he is a game manager. He makes some great plays. He did his job to get the ball out in space to whether it was their tight ends. He got the ball down to Waddle. He did his job. If he throws 20 passes a game, he could be a good quarterback in this league and do his job and be the Chad Pennington type of level player that he needs to be. The interceptions are a problem. I don't like the concept of always checking it down, but what I learned today about him was that even though I would take the hit if they decide to go get a quarterback, but what I'm learning over the course of what changed my whole mindset of this football team was Mike McDaniel's press conference post-trade deadline. The fact that he was involved in the trade discussions, the fact that Tua is out there no matter what mistakes he makes. He wasn't riling him up. As much as you think that he's ready to move on from Tua, I think he'll be ready to move on from Tua if he's the coach in 2027, not 2026. So for me, Tua was okay today. He was mid, but maybe that's all. But that's all I want him to be. The interceptions. I said one of the keys to the game was interceptions. He continues to make these really poor decisions with the ball. But if Mike McDaniel's saying, unless that's lip service, Mike McDaniel defending him, which would be even weirder because if he's really against, why is he defending him? Because most past weeks they've been knocking each other down lately. But maybe they truly are sleepover buddies, like I've been saying for how many years. Tua Tagovailoa will be the starting quarterback for 2026. Mike McDaniel, unless there's like a total disaster where they lose the next 4 or 5 games, Sammy's been right for all along. Tua will be the quarterback in 2026. They might draft a quarterback, but it won't be in the first round. They need to go trenches. They have to go with elite players. That's it. There's no star. 27 looks like a better draft than 26 anyways when it comes to quarterback.
BPA.
I believe that Tua will be the quarterback. McDaniel will be the coach. Champ Kelly will be the general manager. Mike McDaniel will be announced as having as much say in player personnel. This is going to be a collaborative effort. And Devon Achane will get his bag. They'll finally pay the guy. Waddle will be back. And hopefully they'll build around it. And like I said, just take the mentality of the Lions with the way they've been building their team. But the way I saw it today, if they go 6-7, unless they don't win another game and they lose out, if they get to 7, if they get to 8, if they get past 7 wins, if they get to 7 wins or more, McDaniel's back, Tua's back, everyone's back, and it's filling in the right pieces in the draft. That's just how I saw it today. Because even Tua today looked okay. Like I think he does not look like a guy who looks about worrying about his job. And the only way Tua looked like a guy who in the past used to be someone who was shy of the media, not afraid to say how he felt. Now he doesn't care. The fact that he's not worried about losing his job, that's somebody who people who say that he's not the kind of guy where he has the confidence in himself enough because he comes from the type of upbringing he has and all that, where he's very traditional. For him to say what he's saying, he needs to know that there's confidence behind it. And I'm telling you, I disagree with you, Bobby. Mike McDaniel is not ready to move on from Tua. He isn't. Maybe in 27.
After that second pick, he goes to the sideline and laughs.
He banged the table. He banged the table. So until Tua Tagovailoa's contract is over, he is going to suck as much out of that orange and out of that grapefruit, or as much as you want, out of that lemon, whatever you want, even though he might be a
suck
lemon.
all the juice.
Instead of him being a sun-kissed orange, because we have beautiful oranges in Florida, he's more like a lemon. Unfortunately, you're going to have to suck that sourness out of it and suffer through. And he'll have to be a mid-quarterback that you're going to have to suffer around. So you're going to have to build around him with great trench play, Devon Achane, get a staunch lineman, build it up. Because I'm sorry, even then today, Brewer was not a problem. Savania was not a problem today. But if you could continue to fill, you're not going to hit on every player, but just build around Tua. You have no choice at this point because honestly, I believe Mike McDaniel, I guarantee you, there's a conversation already there. Ross has already sat down with McDaniel, and I'm sure and I'm telling you, they're not going to – it's going to be similar to next year. They just need to fill it in. I'm just telling you, they think they have the talent, in spite of Tua, to win. Waddle's a one. Waddle showed that – by the way, just FYI for stat-wise, since Tyreek has been injured, Jalen Waddle, as much as Tua has been piss poor, is the 5th leading receiver in the league. That's saying something about Waddle. He stood up. He is the 5th leading receiver in the NFL with the crap play of Tua. So as much as we want to knock Tua, Waddle's doing his job. Achane's doing his job. The tight ends are doing their job. And by the way, let's not – Julian Hill. Like I miss Julian Hill. Like the guy's been good this season.
Have you missed the flags?
No, he hasn't had any flags this year. That's the amazing part. He doesn't get called for flags. And he's been blocking well. So for me, Tua Tagovailoa, Bobby, is exactly – needs to become, and that's how Mike McDaniel will save his job. He needs to be what you've been saying since 2022. He needs to be Chad. Go watch film on Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington made a very excellent career out of being a good quarterback who managed the game well. Tua Tagovailoa, if he does what they do, my number one fear with Tua and with McDaniel, and I'm sure all of you are going to agree, they have the tendency to get away from this. Because what did Bobby you say on the pregame show? They outsmart themselves. They're saying, we can't do this again because people are going to think that we're going to do this and they're going to figure it out. Well, I'm sorry. Running the ball 35, 40 times and only throwing it 21 times, if it works for Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor and they're 8 and something, and you actually, by the way, you wouldn't have lost the Carolina game had you done this. You wouldn't have lost the New England game had you done this. The team would be above 500 had they done what they did today against the really crappy teams. But they outsmart themselves.
Chad Pennington threw 4 picks in a playoff game. I don't want to hear about that.
I'm saying during the regular season. I'm not talking playoff, I'm talking regular season.
I don't know.
Let
Maybe
your best players around you do their job.
maybe I'm
right?
crazy, but I just don't want a quarterback that averages 2 interceptions a game. Like,
Yeah.
But that, by
I
the way,
don't want a Chad
but
Pennington quarterback at all.
I'm convinced now, and I said this last year. Maybe you agree. Tua's iRobot on the field. He doesn't have the independent thought process. He's in McDaniel's in his ear.
yeah, he doesn't have low football IQ.
No, but he's
Irma
always
Cuss.
been a guy. By the way, he's always
Shout out
been.
DSG.
He needs Mike. I'm telling you, Mike McDaniel is literally telling him what to do. He doesn't naturally do it on his own.
Right.
I'm
So
telling you,
who wants that?
He
Mike
can't.
McDaniel.
It's not all clicking up there.
Mike McDaniel wants that. Mike McDaniel's a control freak. Have we all realized that right now? Mike McDaniel is a control freak.
Just
He
agree.
won't-
Aren't all coaches control
Nothing
freaks?
about him.
No.
Yeah, nothing
no,
about him says
no.
that though.
All right, you guys, I love you all, but I have to put my kids to bed.
Melatonin.
Cool
We
night.
got it.
The melatonin. I know this.
Hashtag permacuss.
Listen, the next time I take melatonin, I'll send you a video of me eating it just so you know that I'm on it. Okay.
People will pay for that. Just letting you know that.
Dolls OF, her eating melatonin.
Hell yeah. That's it. Downing them.
Chew it slowly.
Have a good night.
ASMR stuff going on.
That's all.
Follow
Later.
it up with a nice glass of milk.
That's right, girl. You
Oh,
got
that
it. You got it.
leche.
Get
Just
that
for
later.
Oh,
Father.
leche and melatonin. Ooh,
Listen, don't tempt me with a
OnlyFans
good time over
popping.
there, Adrian.
that's it.
Later. Have a
See
good
him
night,
next
doll.
year at the fan club weekend. He's just gonna be handing me out instead of gummy bears. It's just melatonin gummies.
That's
all night.
it. I'm gonna bring you a whole bottle of them. I'm gonna say, here, this is a gift from me to you.
Yeah, sure. That's just give a girl a drug.
It's gonna be all edibles.
No, that's fine. That's not creepy. Hand a girl melatonin in the middle of a bar. That's not creepy at all.
That's it. That's it. It'll be a sealed bottle. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
you,
it better.
you following me around until I take it is the weird part.
No. Why would I do that? I'll be like, yeah, let's go lay on the beach over there.
Dawes drowns on melatonin at the beach.
Oh my god. This has gone too far.
It
is
is a
fun.
little bit.
All right, I love you all. I have to go.
Later.
500 count.
Bye.
Just keep going. Just keep going. It's like just keep going. Why not? Just do it. Oh man.
We like to have fun.
Always.
Well, let me just clarify one thing, just to the point that maybe Bobby can respond. I believe
Sammy's
that
bending over for the camera. What's going on with this?
Tagovailoa, as much as I want it, I only want that change. Of Tua.
Let's go, bottle.
Bobby, let me just clarify what I was saying earlier. Is that Tua Tagovailoa is the quarterback that needs to be off this team if Mike McDaniel is gone. Mike McDaniel here, Tua's here. Because I don't want to draft a quarterback with Tua there and Mike McDaniel there. If Mike McDaniel's gone and Tua's gone, then you go draft your quarterback. I don't want Mike McDaniel, unless he proves that he can turn things around with this franchise next season. He hasn't earned the right to get another quarterback yet. Because he did well with the quarterback at the beginning, but he didn't succeed with Skylar Thompson. He didn't succeed with Mike. He chose Mike White. Zach Wilson is not being utilized.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're Evan.
Yeah.
You're Evan Posner. You're not Evan Ross. Steven Ross obviously hitched his wagon onto Mike McDaniel, and if Mike McDaniel tells him, "Listen, I need to move on. I need another
It'll be up to the
quarterback,"
And he turned to his career around. He
Yeah,
did
if
everything he
if
possibly
McDaniel
could.
says,
Work
"I want
for
another
Tua.
guy," they're gonna go get another guy, even if Tua's on or off the roster.
I don't see
Yeah.
them doing it. I think they're going to suffer through.
I don't see
Like
that.
Sammy has said, they're going to suffer. Unless something goes really wrong the next few games and they lose to New Orleans.
It's already really wrong. That's the thing. It's already
no,
wrong.
but I don't know. But I don't believe Steve Ross thinks that. Steve Ross wants Mike McDaniel to succeed, and I don't see Mike McDaniel giving up on Tua next season because he'll see that as a failure. Mike McDaniel's stubborn enough and dumb enough at different times to basically go down with Tua. I'm telling you, he is dumb enough to do it.
I think Mike McDaniel saw his team today and saw the team win in spite of Tua.
2 weeks
despite
ago,
of Tua.
But 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, he had a win and went away from it again and gave the ball to Tua.
Yeah.
And Tua cost them the game last game. And so what I'm saying is that Mike McDaniel is a prisoner. Is not a prisoner. He's not a prisoner of the moment. And some people realize when things are good, Mike McDaniel gets away from the good. Next week in Washington, in Madrid, if you don't see what you saw last week and you think that Tua starts throwing the ball 30 times, Mike McDaniel hasn't learned his lesson. But if he realizes what his team is, and it's led by Devon Achane and play action and Tua getting the ball every 2 or 3 plays. Like there was a point in the game where it was 3rd down and Mike McDaniel would throw the ball normally. He handed the ball. Devon Achane's touchdown where Brunskill was on his knees, that was on 3rd down and 5. He typically, even that game in that moment, would give Tua the ability to throw that football. He's learning where he needs to utilize Tua in a very intelligent way. And if he does what he did today, he'll learn. And Tua can be the quarterback through 2020.
And he still threw 2 picks. So
yeah, but see, here's the thing. No,
the two picks were not up the middle. The 2 picks.
I think today proves. I think first of all, when I watched Tua today, and I'm trying. I don't want to sound like I'm badgering him. I just want to. I'm just being truthfully very honest. Yeah. When I watched Tua today, I saw a relief pitcher. I saw a backup quarterback. That's what I saw. Okay, standing in for the eventual starter, whomever that may be. Why did he go back to Tua when it wasn't working and they lost? Because there's no other quarterback to give it to. You're not going to go to Zach Wilson. Give it to Tua and let him throw it. He's your starter. But I do believe, I mean, again, he did bench Tua out of anger and put in Quinn Ewers when they were getting their asses kicked. Mm-hmm. I do believe that Mike McDaniel saw, just like everybody else, I've saw a few people already, but I'm sure most people looked at this team today and said, holy crap, look at the way this defense played. Look at Devon Achane. Look at Jalen Waddle. If this team won despite Tua, he threw 2 interceptions. The first interception could have killed the game in spite of Tua. Thank you.
Yeah.
That interception could have killed the game. It could have been, okay, we're done. No, but the team rallied. The team came back. And Tua did have a decent enough game. But again, a decent enough game to be a backup. He could be your bridge starter. I saw a bridge. I didn't see your franchise. And again, what's the point of bringing back Mike McDaniel if Tua's not the guy? It makes no sense because McDaniel, if he's not allowed to go bring a guy in, when he showed all signs that he's given up, then what's the point of coming back? Why are we going to run it back? I think Mike McDaniel will be given the opportunity, if he wants, to go get another franchise quarterback for him. If Ross brings him back, Ross is going to allow him and Champ Kelly or whomever the GM is to go make that call. Yeah, and I think no matter how it plays out, Tua is going to be on this contract next year. He'll be on the team because his contract doesn't allow. I don't know if Ross is going to want to take that hit. Go ahead, Adrian. I'm sorry.
I mean, definitely. Mike McDaniel should be afforded that opportunity to go get his own quarterback and not one that he was pretty much just, as soon as he came here, just like, hey, you have to, you pretty much forced into a relationship with this guy. And he did well, the whole phone call, all that. Come on, Evan. He was forced into this. They said Tua is your quarterback. Yeah, you're muted. But Tua is your quarterback.
Same way that was, Sammy, who walked into Stephen Ross's and who walked into either Steve Ross's home or Chris Grier's office and banged the table for Tua to get his extension?
Yeah, that's all fun and good when you're playing well, but when you're the league leader in interceptions and you're talking shit about your teammates, it all fell apart this year. We all saw it. We saw it happen in real time.
Mike McDaniel's the leader of men on this football team. He can rein this quarterback in.
You're right. You're right. That has nothing to do with us, though, of him being the head coach of this team. It's all what Stephen Ross thinks, the Miami Dolphins think, and they think he is the head coach. His players are still playing for him, Evan. Did you see that celebration?
Yes.
They're
I
still
totally
playing
agree.
hard
No,
for
I
him.
totally agree. Tua should
So
not
it's
be the leader of
definitely
this
not
football team.
all on
I want to
him.
hear what Sam
But
has to say. But I agree with you. I totally agree. But Tua Tagovailoa, I'm convinced of this. Mike McDaniel, unlike Bobby, we all have disagreements on it. I am still convinced that Mike McDaniel truly believes in Tua Tagovailoa. He truly believes
I don't
No,
know
man.
how you could watch. I don't know how you could watch this team, watch this court, watch their interactions, watch everything,
yeah,
and say that. That makes me believe that you're not actually watching the game. When you're saying that, it makes me believe you're not actually watching it. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying you're not, but when you say stuff like that,
but basically you're now calling Mike McDaniel a liar. I don't think he knows how to lie. He's my quarterback that gives me the best chance to win. And
politics say the same thing.
If he has that much power over Ross, if he has that much power over Ross, when Ross truly believes him, he can go play wherever the heck he wants. I'm telling you, he wants Tua to succeed, and he wants him to be his quarterback.
Go ahead, Sammy, because I'll keep going if you let me.
Okay, Evan, if you allow me like 3 minutes, maybe less.
He won't.
I'm gonna try. Okay. That's not fair. Come on. Even I don't think that's fair. No, don't do
it.
He did that. I didn't do it. I did not do it. I was like,
he did that.
He did that. I didn't
got
do
out.
that.
Oh,
No, he's there. He's here. He's here. He's just
moving him back in.
Okay.
Please come back. Come on. Stop it. I want you to be here. I want you to listen to me. Give me 3 minutes. Okay. I've said for a while. I remember. Welcome back. I said for a while, and it was discussed. Adrian knows it was discussed in an episode of FinTV because I've been saying this for a while.
No.
I truly believe my McDaniel will go to Stephen Ross and say, "Listen, I did everything you want me to do. I kept Josh Boyer. I did with Tua whatever I could. I did my best. I should not be fired because you gave me this crappy team. You gave me this year. It's Grier's fault. It's Tua's fault and whatever." I've been saying this for a while, so I get the fact that for a while McDaniel and Tua were tied at the hip. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think that salvation is free. Like Cranberry used to say. I think that Mike McDaniel right now says, "Listen, I did everything I could, but I can get him up to here." He's regressing physically. He's regressing as a quarterback. And, I deserve a fair chance. So I get what I've been saying, that they were tied at the hip, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think my McDaniel is ready to move on. Two things can be completely the same and completely different at the same time, and maybe explain myself. I believe Mike McDaniel will return next year. I don't believe the Dolphins should cut Tua. I do believe they might be able to get a team to trade for him. I know, why would anyone trade with the concussions and the contract? It will, if the Dolphins want to make it happen. I'm pretty sure the team will make it happen. So I get what Evan said every single time, that they are tied with the hip and they're together, the one person, and I do agree with what Evan says about Mike McDaniel basically been playing PlayStation with Tua Tagovailoa. He's a robot. Tua doesn't have
sleepovers. Sleepovers. That's what he said.
So but he's basically a robot. He does what he does. I know fans. I know. I want to disagree with Bobby here. I do believe those long interceptions were planned. I do believe it was an arm punt. I know fans are mad at Tua. I know the frustration, but if you get the sense of the way they did it, we've been complaining some of that. Why Tua doesn't go the way downfield? Throw it. They try to get a flag. They did it. It was intercepted, but the situations didn't change. Those interceptions where Tua throws down the sideline and gets picked. There was one time where Tua was gonna get picked. That would have been all 100% on Tua. But that was, to me, and I know I'm gonna get the Tua believer. The Tua is gonna defend the Tua. No, I truly believe that they were arm punts. I do believe they wait for the end zone because it didn't matter if they did it. It's costly because the return concussion, the touchdown, even the first one, yes. The first one, I believe was a third down, if I'm not mistaken. Was it on third down or not? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't third down. If they did that on first down, there's no defender. But I believe that they tried to try. They said, let's go
that
downfield.
early in the game. We're doing an arm punt. That's wild.
We're gonna test them. We're gonna test them because they truly kept running Asian. Like the run defense is horrible. So if you throw it downfield, they had to defend the run. Which pick your poison. You're gonna defend downfield, or you're gonna defend the run defense, which is really bad. So that's why I do believe that. I get it. No, if you don't agree with me, I respect that. I get what you agree. It's just a matter of opinion. But going back to what Evan said, thank you for containing yourself and allowing me to talk. I do think that they were tied at the hip. I agree with that, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think my McDaniel salvation is free. He's gonna do whatever he wants, and he might go to Steven Ross and say, if you can trade him because I deserve a chance to do something else. So, Evan, bring it, baby, fire away. And thank you for muting yourself.
Eddie's comment though. Why do an arm punt when Bailey is second in net punting?
Because McDaniel is full of shit.
Eddie,
That's why. All of a sudden, Mike McDaniel's that intelligent. They say, "Oh no, those were
because
those were on purpose."
No.
Come on.
No, I'll
but
tell
I
you why.
that.
No, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because in a play like that, those are not plays you throw downfield on double coverage to an under 6 foot wide receiver.
They were the same play both times. Were the same play.
Yeah, no, if that's Westbrook
exactly.
if that's Westbrook or Keeney, if that's Cedric Wilson, that's Darren Waller, a big guy, you can do those. You can do those throws. Mike McDaniel, I will give the harshest critic of Mike McDaniel that exists on earth. Okay, there isn't many. Those plays on their face, throwing the ball down the field to Waddle in double coverage. I'm telling you,
against a rookie,
Mike, I'm telling you, Tua does not have the aptitude as a quarterback or the authority as a quarterback. I don't think he has the permission to do that. I'm telling you this. He does not do that on his own because Tua Tagovailoa.
I just don't get y'all telling me that we did an arm punt the first fucking drive of the game.
No, I'm sorry. That's giving him.
Look, Adrian, guys.
Credit. Come on.
Bobby, Sammy. What has been Tua's MO for the last 2 years that he's been healthy, where it's third down and he can't figure out a play? He never throws it down. He checks it down to Achan. The only reason why he threw it down the field is he had the authority in his ear that if you don't see a play up the middle, chuck it. I'm telling you, you guys. Okay. As much as
they don't do that shit next week. Bet they don't do that shit next week.
No.
We tried.
That's my thing too. It's like, why would you openly admit to that? Like that is the
because McDaniel is not intelligent in that. I'm telling you, as smart as they are in the lab, as nice as they are as people, the podium, they don't have Pavlov's dog there. They need to go through Pavlov's. Do you guys all know what Pavlov's dog is? You know what that is? Bob, you know what Pavlov's dog is, right?
No.
It's you don't remember that where they put back in the day there was a scientist who put an electric shock collar around the dog's neck, and if they didn't do it, they would shock them. And every time, so that's them. They need the shock collar around their neck when they're about to say something wrong. They literally electrocute Tua and McDaniel. They can't. I'm going to tell you what. My defense to you, Bobby, is coming from my favorite man from San Juan. They don't lie. Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa do not know how to lie. They're too intelligent. They don't know how to lie.
They're smart enough to lie.
Mike McDaniel
said he gave him. He said he told him to chuck it downfield. He didn't tell him to throw fucking picks though.
No, but he told. But by the way, Mike.
He ain't doing that next week.
Tua Tagovailoa deep downfield and double coverage.
Oh no, they'll say it next week because now every time Tua throws a long pitch, they're gonna no, that was planned. We did that.
No,
I don't think
come on.
Let's do this. If that happens, we'll come back and say you were right.
On the touchdown to 8,
You can say it right now. Just admit it now. Because it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
They're ridiculous. Yes,
Bobby.
They are ridiculous.
Bobby,
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it whatsoever.
The touchdown to Waddle was 1-on-1. The 2 to Waddle
Planned.
were both double covered. No one. Tua doesn't have the authority to do it. I'm telling you, he does not do that on his own. I'm telling you, there's no way.
Tua a grown man, bro.
Yeah, like
And if you want to throw the ball down the field, he's gonna throw the ball down the field.
Hold on a second. All season long, people complaining, man, we're not throwing it downfield enough. We're not doing that enough. We're not. Stop. Not just you. You're a part of it. Let's not pretend you haven't been saying it all season long. Man, we're not throwing it downfield. You have all these weapons. You're not doing it. Now he does it. It's interception. It was planned. Because he does not have permission to do it.
Go watch
this 4-year, 5-year quarterback or 30, whatever how old he is, he doesn't have permission to throw it downfield. Bullshit. Tua sucks. He threw stupid interceptions. That's what it was. Now his best shame on me. Whatever. Shame on me. I'll take all the shame I can get. He's ass, bro. That wasn't.
We're throwing planned interceptions, Bobby. These are planned interceptions.
My head's gonna explode. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Go watch the last couple games.
You're doing too good. We need to throw a couple picks, all right?
Guys, every single
the pace with Geno Smith.
Guys, every single opportunity he's had in those plays where everyone is covered, he checks it down. The check down wasn't even there. The fact that the check down was gone, Mike McDaniel
McDaniel said it. I'm not going to watch shit. I've been watching the whole season. Obviously, unlike you, I've been watching the whole season. I've seen enough. Okay, he even said it. I said, you could come out and how you want. All I'm going to say is, he said it earlier. He said, "Let it rip. We have our backs against the wall. Just go ahead and do it." He didn't say punt it with your arm, throw 2 picks. Tua tried to throw a deep ball, got picked off. He started saying, I'm gonna go ahead and let it rip, bro. Here I come. Watch my arm, bro. And he did. He got picked off. Come on. What happened? He would have threw that pass to Jalen Waddle in the end zone, which was a very good pass. He would have threw it, would have got picked off. That was a punt too. It's an excuse. I can't believe you would start making excuses for Tua. Finstanza McDaniel coming in here with that.
Oh, shit.
And then getting Sammy on board. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Partly on board.
Partly.
Here comes the rollback.
My Daniel salvation is free, partly on board.
I mean, my head's gonna explode.
That's crazy.
Why can't it just be? That's what I'm saying. It's like, why can't it just be simple enough that
decisions.
Just bad decision? It's he said it was on purpose, so it has to be on purpose. He's not a liar. I guarantee you, he's a liar. I guarantee you, because Mike McDaniel said, I could fix Tua. I could do it.
What I got from that was he covered for Tua.
He lied
with the pick. Oh, yeah, I told him to do that.
Yeah, come on,
That's why he threw it downfield. No, you covered for his 2 picks, bro.
Yeah, come on, dude. What are we doing here?
I bet he went back to Tua and was like, we're not doing that no more.
Yeah, right. It's like, what are we doing?
We'll keep him 10 to 15 yards for you, buddy. Right where you belong. All right.
Well,
no more 30 yards down the field.
Well,
that was a hell of a throw, hell of a catch.
So
hell of a throw, hell of a catch. Yeah, Tua gets 1 a game.
I know this. The arm punt is the new.
Hashtag arm punt, bro.
What's that thing the Eagles do? The tush push. That's the new tush push. Is the arm punt.
That's it. We don't need a punter.
We got the arm punt. Cut Jake Bailey, one of the better punters in the NFL. What do we need it for? Yeah, we got Tua's arm. He can't, that's that. He plays 2 roles on this team now. Now we got to keep him. He's the punter and he's the quarterback.
Yeah, that's why we pay him $50 million.
What are we doing here?
He's fucking punting them too.
Give it Tua excuses? Excuses? He doesn't need any more excuses. Come on.
That was a wild take, Bobby.
I'm saying, that
was a wild take.
Damn. What are we doing here? Oh, can't even get through a win without some crazy
Eddie, read between the lines, Eddie. Come on. Read between the lines.
He can't even throw it 45 yards. That's what Eddie said.
Shame on Sammy. I'm watching reality TV. Oh,
Steve
goodness
rolling on the
gracious.
floor.
I
Love it.
mean, hey, you know,
Evan, you sound permacuss for even bringing that up. All right.
permacussed. Oh gosh, that's crazy. I'm sorry.
That's wild. That's a wild take.
I can't wrap my head around it. Like I'm like,
Me neither, bro.
I try to keep up, and I'm listening to
I'm
it.
trying to like think about it, and
I suffer
like,
from
how he's saying
migraines,
it.
and my head was gonna. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Oh, you're permacuss.
I'm absolutely permacussed. You know, I'm legit. Like, I get a little offended when people say permacuss. I'm like, that's me. I can't sleep. My head hurts. My hip hurts. I'm always
migraines ain't no joke.
You know, no, dude, they suck. They suck really bad.
Yeah.
But you know, I just love it though. That's just crazy. He did it on purpose. Because I just know that's gonna be the talk for the rest of the season. Oh, that wasn't a real interception, bro. That was a punt.
Nope.
Like, no,
Arm
do
punt.
this. He leads the league in interceptions. Maybe they were all punts. Now, you know, they're all punts.
You know what's crazy is they mentioned that on the broadcast. Those are basically arm punts. It's like, no. What are y'all talking about?
I will run.
We making up shit for Tua now?
Adrian's my favorite too, by the way.
Oh, appreciate you. Appreciate both of y'all.
That's a new T-shirt. Arm punt. That's a T-shirt.
That's it.
Arm
Hashtag punt. Arm punt. Shout out DSG. He made it.
I mean? Got
Oh
leche.
yeah.
Coat your throat. You know, all of that.
I'm still waiting to see the shirt. Coat your throat with that leche.
No,
oh my God.
Fan Club weekend will make the shirt.
On so the floor, bro.
Got leche, but the back says coat your throat.
Bro, you had me on the floor with that one. I was deaf. Bro, I was crying laughing when you said that. I'm like, yo.
Oh man.
It's greatness right there.
Oh, it's always good to have some fun. Oh man.
Get some rest, man. It is Monday tomorrow.
It is Monday.
Dreadful Monday.
What time is it in Puerto Rico? 11?
11. Yeah, you're muted. 11:05. That's what he said.
11:05.
There you go. Yeah. But anyway, first off, shout out to everybody tuning in right
checked
now.
out.
No, he's here. He's there. He's just back here.
Come back.
He's being a little Debbie Downer.
It's just what? It's okay. Debbie Downer. You know, he's fine.
Oh, Debbie Downer.
I understood something else. Woof.
Oh. I want to know what you thought that was.
Call me tomorrow.
Call me tomorrow. I'll let you know. Let me just say, first off, shout out to everybody watching, man. We got over 312 people tuning in from all the channels. Appreciate you guys all joining us this evening, watching the Fins Talk post-game show with Finstanza, Sammy, Adrian, Dahl, and myself. Why it's gotten quiet is because, well, Dahl's dropped off. Evan has protested his way to the back because of this whole arm punt thing. You know, couldn't take the heat, so he had to back up for a second.
You got a picket sign. Nobody can see you with the sign, bro.
I see it. He's like,
oh,
this,
man.
He's like this, just sitting there. He's just enjoying himself.
Don't do that.
Look. There he is.
There you go.
I mean, if we couldn't go at each for a freaking Tua's contract, it had to be the arm punt. So that's, you know, I look forward to the day we're past this thing. I can't wait to talk about another guy we could complain about because I'm really sick of complaining about this guy because now we got the arm punt thing. But anyway, how about this? I don't know if I asked this before. Who would you rather, McDaniel or Tua? If you had to take one to go with to stay with the Miami Dolphins after the season, McDaniel. Sammy,
McDaniel.
Evan first.
That's gonna be hard for him.
He's protesting, bro. He's protesting.
I answered this question on Fins TV Plus already.
Oh, did you?
I said I'd rather have that I prefer to have McDaniel over Tua. I'm the one.
Yes.
Who was the first person on this network who said cut Tua? Who's willing to eat the contract? And you fought me on it.
Yeah.
You have to remember, I have a Tua jersey back there. I don't like the way
I have a Tua jersey.
I was trolling all over Twitter last week. I was at a CFL football game,
So
a
sad.
Canadian Football League football game, and I said, who was the future quarterback in the CFL? I am anti.
Look at that face.
Mwah.
Oh,
I'm
look at it.
I'm anti-Tua, but I am convinced. I'm telling you this right now. Tua
You want that
is
leche?
iRobot. You've all seen that show with Remy. What's his name? Remy Mallon, whatever the guy's name is. The guy does exactly what he's supposed to do. I'm telling you right now, Tua does what McDaniel tells him to do. I told you before the season started, they needed a separation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, the throw to Waddle, beautiful throw. That was planned because that was to the sideline. That would have been on Tua if that was underthrown. It wasn't. The other ones, double coverage, unless Tua is by far the most inept quarterback that exists in the NFL, and he is a bottom-feeding quarterback, anyone could read that coverage. Anybody. So for me, I told you this. Mike McDaniel will be here next year. Mike McDaniel will have Tua next year. He'll have Achane. He'll have Waddle. He'll have all the stuff. All I'm going to tell you right now is that Mike McDaniel is more important to this football team than Tua Tagovailoa.
Hey, Evan, that cup's it's empty, Bobby. You want to fill that with some leche?
I already have my lecture right here.
Oh, man.
Oh God, Adrian sent Evan some melatonin.
By the
I
way,
get it. I get it.
He
You
needs
might
some
criticize me
nail.
all you want. This people do not laugh as much if I'm not
Without you. Yeah, I know.
Sammy who gets Sammy riled up like I did last Sunday?
I've never seen Sammy like
And I
that.
was shocked.
You're an
I thought
important
I was
part
going
of
to be
this.
banned from
You are.
Kings TV.
That will
Forever.
never happen again. Never, ever that will happen again.
But by the way, I
Never,
will
ever.
tell you this right now. I'm being open, honest with you. Mike McDaniel can be, and this is coming
When
from
is
me. And I'm being
when is
honest with
Evan
you.
going to be on Fence TV?
I only am on a B plus show, Big TV Plus.
And he's gone. He's gone.
I will
What's up with
say-
the decapitated dolphin?
I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
Oh, shit.
Look at the dolphin in the corner of the couch. What's the decapitated dolphin?
Oh, it's a hat.
Oh!
Oh. Thank God, right? Hell yeah. Oh, that's fire, bro,
Yeah,
actually.
that's cool, man.
By the
I gotta
way,
get me one of those.
Sammy
Cool,
got
by
a
the way,
bunch of cool
isn't it
shit,
shock?
man.
Isn't it shocking that I actually believe this is me, the McDaniel hater, who actually believes what he has to say now? Isn't that shocking? Look at the turn of events, eh? I'm a McDaniel believer. I'm a believer. I'm Shrek. What do you want from me? All I can tell you right now is that Mike McDaniel can save his job and be a head coach with the Miami Dolphins, even though we all think he sucks. Even though I don't think he's a very good head coach. If he does what he does today. By the way, I don't think he needs to utilize Tua. I disagree with how he utilizes Tua. I completely disagree. I think he still doesn't utilize Tua properly. But at the same time, he does what he did today and relies on Achane and Waddle and uses play action and uses the passes the ball only when it suits the team. And
He
uses
sees
the
this
run
guy in
game.
practice every day. He knows what he can do and what he can't do, bro.
I know,
He's
but
using him
but Adrian, he knows what he can and cannot do. But there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that people don't let go of until they have no choice. So at one point, you have to decide whether it was Daniel Jones, whether it's they gave up on Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, whether it was many days ago with Drew Brees with his neck. Every quarterback has a different shelf life with a team. I just have this belief, and trust me, you guys think I'm crazy for believing in this, that Mike McDaniel still wants Tua to succeed as his quarterback. In his back of his mind, we all think, oh, we're going to get rid of him. I would prefer to have this person. In his mind, he truly still believes. But Mike McDaniel, by the way, that I personally believe, and Bobby, you might disagree, I personally believe Mike McDaniel's downfall is his belief in Tua. That's what I believe.
Put that
Right? And
comment.
I actually believe that.
Put DSG
I actually
comment up.
think Mike McDaniel's hindrance is Tua, the same way I think Tua's hindrance is Mike McDaniel in a different way. I personally believe Mike McDaniel's lack of success But the $50 million, remember the guys, you could say that the $50 million a year contract would not have been signed had it's the same way. By the way, if Mike McDaniel's personnel, he could have said, I like Jalen Phillips. He's been here since I've been here. I like his potential. Screw his injuries. Like similar to Tua, I'm going to sign him because he.
But we don't know. We don't even know if that's true.
You don't think, Bobby? You disagree? You don't think that Mike McDaniel had?
You don't. We don't even know if that's true. If Mike McDaniel went and was like, "Hey, sign him, man. We need." Come on, bro. We don't know that.
I'm convinced. There's no way because he could have gotten out of it. He could have. So because Adrian, he could have held out, and then you could have gotten get anyone you want. If Mike McDaniel was so against Tua, he could have said, "You're playing on your 5th-year option." Tua could have held out, and then that's his out. Go pick your own quarterback. You could have 100%. There's no gun to your head. Let's go play with Tua. Because even, by the way, all of you, including Bobby, including Sammy,
Stephen Ross picked Tua, bro, not Mike McDaniel.
No, Sammy. This is the same guy who wanted Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Give me a break. The guy wanted Sean Payton and Tom Brady.
So we just picked him for no reason and paid him for no reason?
They were trying to find their franchise quarterback. And in the end, after the whole fight with Flores, it became a bit of a mess. But at the same time, if you look back on it now, the Grier and people like that, they're yes men. In the end, the aberration, they're prisoners of the moment. Remember, this is the same owner.
Chris Grier.
He's
the one. That's why he's gone.
Because
there we go. We found the answer, Evan.
Adrian,
we found the answer. All that talking, we finally found it.
Did you still find were you following? How close were you following the team back when Philbin had a losing record? They beat
all
the
in,
Vikings.
brother.
No, they beat the Vikings, and he walks in and announces, "I have breaking news. You guys are not going to have to worry about looking for a head coach in Joe Philbin." That wasn't the general manager. That wasn't doing it. That was Steve Ross. Steve Ross, if he didn't want to sign Tua, he wouldn't have. But the only way he's signing Tua is if Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel wanted him there. There's no
Chris Grier.
No, it wasn't good.
That's why he's gone.
No.
Why is Mike McDaniel still here and Chris Grier's not?
Because he's the flavor of the month for Mike. Because Steve Ross.
Hell no, man.
Let me just jump in very quick. I think both things could be true. Both points. That's what I really think. Okay, guys, an employee, Evan, you know this. You know this. An employee could be really good, and you give him a raise, and then a year later he slacks, and you have to make a change. And sometimes you got to do a severance pay, and you got to do all that crap. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe, and I think I've read that somewhere, that McDaniel was the final push to get Tua's deal done. Tua had two very good years
we all
under
read
McDaniel,
that.
right? So I do believe McDaniel said, "Hey, you know what? Look at you, Bobby. Multiple truths." Okay, all right. I just can't win with anything today. It's like, I do believe McDaniel did that, and I can understand that. Tua had 2 very good years under McDaniel, and I do believe that Tua, in a sense, was forced on McDaniel. They say, "Hey, look, we want, we're interviewing to be head coach. Tua's going to be our quarterback." First off, they couldn't leave. They couldn't get out of Tua anyway because they were already smacked on the wrist about Tom Brady, so they weren't going to move on. Same type of thing as Tony Sparano. And McDaniel said, "I could work with Tua. I could do it. I could win with this team." And they said, "Okay." And they did. And they did have a successful run. They didn't win the playoffs, but they had a successful run. He got the best. So yeah, he did. I'm sure he went to ownership and GM and the man and Chris Grier and said, "Hey, look, yeah, I know you guys are stuck on this number. I think you should push a little bit. I think, I don't want to break this up yet. I think we could win with this team." Now, you can't account. I mean, you could account for the injuries because it happens, but he was healthy one year. You can't account that he's going to regress. It's not just injuries, it's regression. And when a guy regresses, I don't care how much money you've paid him. I don't care how much you fought for him. Your job's on the line. And so I think both could be true, that McDaniel is not tied at the hip by Tua anymore. I think that used to be true, but again, he didn't draft him. And if Ross really does love McDaniel or believes McDaniel could be that guy, because he's been looking for that one person, whether it's the GM, the quarterback, the coach, whatever, he's looking for that one guy to say, "This is my guy." If he believes McDaniel's his guy and McDaniel says, "Hey man, I think we got to start planning to move off Tua," with the injury history, with the regression, and everything else, I think Ross is going to absolutely do it. Let's go.
You know what the craziest thing is? Everybody said, "Oh, the only problem with Tua is his injury. He's injury prone. The dude hasn't been injured all year. He's just playing like shit. So there goes that. That's out the window, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Evan.
I think what I'm convinced of, and I think people have been talking about it. I think his hip is deteriorated. I don't think he has. You can
Well,
see
they
it.
said that when he was drafted,
But
that
by
it
the
was
way, let me
going
clarify a
to
point.
deteriorate.
Let me clarify a point. I agree with you, Adrian. I agree with you, Sammy, and I agree with you, Bobby. I don't think Mike McDaniel is tied to Tua. Okay, let me clarify. What I've been trying to say is I don't think he wants to walk away from Tua. I think he still believes he can save Tua. I think Mike McDaniel thinks he could walk away from him if he wants to, and he can convince Russ of it.
That kiss on the forehead, bro. That was it.
No, I don't think he wants to yet. I really am convinced that Mike McDaniel thinks that he could still save Tua Tagovailoa. And it could be lip service saying, I want him to win. He gives us the best. It could all be lip service. We could all be blowing smoke. I am not yet convinced until I see him either rip him, bench him, or do something to that effect. Will I be convinced?
He did both of that. He's ripped him and he's benched him.
No, but not in the way that I expect. I don't see him in a position where today he doesn't. I think if you ask Mike McDaniel, he could lie or not.
You call him a piece of shit in front of the meeting.
Quarterbacks there. By the way, do you think that? No.
What do you want him to do?
No.
Our quarterback sucks. Maybe that's why. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. He can
I don't want that at all. What I'm saying is, I'm still not convinced from the demeanor, reading between the lines, that he is yet ready to walk away from him. And by the way, I don't think he thinks he can. I think he thinks that he wants to bring the band back together, and I think he just thinks that Tua can do it. I don't know why. I too think he believes he wants to save Tua. He still thinks, because that's his pet project, and he's not ready to walk away from it yet. Now, he might at some point the rest of the year if Tua continues to crap the bed the rest of the season. But if they win the next 4 or 5, let's say they win and they finish with 8 wins, and Tua
still not going to the Super Bowl,
doesn't matter. He's trying to save his job. And
he did today.
And I believe that he will not. I just can't see next season. I cannot see a season where Tua is sitting on the bench and Mike
Look at the comment. If we never win another game, beating the Bills is worth it. That lets you know right there. Mike McDaniel just saved his job today.
And we called it on Fizz TV Plus on Thursday. Like, if he wins this game, he saved his job, because I know Evan and I talk about that. I want to salvage Evan for a minute here and answer Bobby's question. If the choice was between who would I keep next year, between Mike McDaniel and Tua, we keep Mike McDaniel, because I think Tua has progressed physically too much of a. I don't think there's a future for Tua over here. I'm not saying that next year is the end. Both things can be right. I think Tua might be the quarterback next year, but I think the end is near. I don't think there's a corrective path after this season. I think Mike McDaniel might be able to salvage his job with another quarterback, but time will tell. I don't know if they can make it happen, but I think Mike McDaniel saved his job today. I think Mike McDaniel come back. I'm not saying that's the right approach. I would burn it down completely. I would, start from the top, even by telling Tom Garfinkel nice meeting you. Great for you to be the president of Dolphins Enterprises, but the Dolphins need a real president that has someone to basically is in charge of football operations and oversees everything directly to Ross. And the Dolphins right now not Mike Tannenbaum for sure. Not that guy was a mess, but that kind of figure. Someone like what Bill Parcells right to do it, that someone who oversees the operation and goes straight to Ross. So to answer Bobby's question, because it's been a while since he asked it, but I will keep my McDaniel instead. Tua
is a liability, bro.
But let me ask you guys this. I'm actually asking this question. It's not in jest. I don't know. This is a twofold question, so I want all three of you to answer this. Do you believe that Mike McDaniel wants to, at this point in his career as a coach so far, 4 years in, that he wants to rebuild? Yes or no?
Harrison's on this one, bro.
No, let me ask you guys. Both, all three.
That's
Yes
your
or no
people?
answers, and I'm going to follow up.
My brother. That's maybe
Yeah,
my
Bobby.
brother.
okay.
Bobby,
Shout out.
say two-part question. Yes or no for all three of you, and then I'll do the follow-up question. Do you believe that Mike McDaniel and Steve Ross want to go through a rebuild next year or a reset next year? The way the mentality of what do you think their mentality is? Do they want to win next year, or do they want to develop for 2-3 years down the road? What do you think? It's a serious question. I'm actually asking this as a Dolphins fan.
Reset. I'll say reset.
Reset. Sammy?
Reset.
Adrian?
I think
Say
it's
it.
going to be a reset because you're still going to have Tua and McDaniel.
No. So if it's a reset, do you believe that Mike McDaniel believes there's a quarterback in the NFL right now that he could go get, or he can go draft, that allows them next year to win more football games in 2026 than the guy he has worked with for the last 4
No,
seasons?
man. We're going to suck next year.
But, because who will be the quarterback of this football team?
Tua.
Okay, so if Tua is going to be the quarterback of this football team, doesn't the guy who has the green light from the owner and so-called player personnel control or decision-making and is involved has the ability to walk away from that quarterback or bench that quarterback to go draft one who could be better, or go get another guy who's a veteran quarterback as a bridge while you draft another one? So for me,
Next year is a nothing year, bro. You have to
But then how
start
is that a
building
reset then?
for
then
2027
how is that a reset, right? So my point is that I don't see
because
Mike
you're
McDaniel-
tied to Tua's contract.
No, he could
You
cut
can't
him.
rebuild with Tua's contract. No, you can't.
Or you could bench him. Yes, you. But any team can. Any team can have a guy on the bench who's making 30, 40, $50 million.
If you cut him, you won't start a rebuild for another 2-3 years.
Exactly. So Mike McDaniel, right now, Bobby has said it, you have said it, and Sammy has said it. He's not tied to Tua. So if he wanted to, he could bench Tua and go play any quarterback he can get his hands on.
Exactly.
But
Bench
he
him,
won't
not
do it.
cut him.
No, but he will not. But Mike McDaniel will not do that, because in Mike McDaniel's head, I am still convinced that no matter who he goes to draft in the draft next year, and by the way, if he goes to draft a quarterback in next year's draft and leaves and then benches Tua, he will not be able to fill the holes that he wants, that the team should on the line for a reset. I'm still convinced that Mike McDaniel is 2027 away from being done with Tua, not 2026. Meaning that if you
I'm
really had an
convinced that Mike McDaniel just putting Tua out there now. Like, look, Ross, look what he doing. All right, I'm not telling him to do that. This is what he doing.
So you think
Not
Mike
me.
McDaniel doesn't care if he wins or loses? He's just trying to prove a point with Tua.
Of course he does, man.
No way.
Of course he does.
No, because Bobby's the one who even said this morning on.
You got to ride out with your $50 million quarterback, bro.
Bobby even said that
nobody's doing that except for Atlanta.
Bobby,
They're the only ones that were dumb enough to do that.
Today, if they got crushed today, and they lost in Washington, are you telling me that even if Tua was and the defense was crap, that Ross was not going to fire McDaniel? Like, people, the whole narrative was McDaniel, if he craps the bed and they win 4 games all year, he may not be able to survive that. And they could do a full rebuild. Steve Ross still wants to win. He was on the field today, rah. They had the best time. I don't believe they're ready to do any changes until 2027.
When McDaniel didn't leave with Grier, that let you know he was staying to at least the end of the season, bro.
No, because you can have him as a break. The same way you bench Kirk Cousins, you can bench Tua. I wouldn't do that.
He can lose every game. They still won't fire him till the end of the season. Watch. It don't matter.
Go, Sammy.
Good. Yeah, Sammy, go ahead.
Say that again.
Me or him?
No, what you said, Evan.
I said that they could bench Tua. Mike McDaniel truly had the control of Ross and has the freedom to do whatever he wants, not be fired all year. He could bench Tua next year, even though I wouldn't do that, and go pick any quarterback he wants to start and have that freedom to go do it. I am still convinced.
So you said he could. which basically was my argument last
I
week.
think-
Basically, got it
No.
bothering me because I said
think-
that, and you
I
said
think
no,
he could,
he could
but I don't
not
think
do
he
that
I think
because
he
he will
could.
destroy the team.
I think he could, but I don't think he wants to yet. That's what I meant.
But I see. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me just because I did say that if Miami got steamrolled
after
today
Tuesday.
and lost against Marcus Mariota, that I think a conversation will come up in Miami's. I think that a conversation would have came up that hey, this is unsalvageable. We gave him the shot. We got to move on. Right now, I think McDaniel has saved his job up until the end of the season. I think like that's. I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm not going to think anything of it. If it happens, I'd be shocked if it happens before the end of the season. And to echo that point, I do believe again. Again, I don't know what I'm only. That's why earlier when I said, if you're watching the team and you're watching their interactions and you're listening to the press conferences and everything screams to me that they've broken. Everything screams to me that he's lost faith in Tua as the quarterback. But why does he just bench him? Because Tua is legitimately his best chance to win. His hands are eager to put Zach Wilson. You're not going to save your job with Zach Wilson. You're not going to save your job with Quinn Ewers at this point. Now, if the season's completely lost, which the Dolphins don't believe it is, they're not going to start Quinn Ewers. So the fact of the matter is, yes, I do believe that at the end of the season, McDaniel will sit down with Stephen Ross, with Champ Kelly, or whomever the GM may be, and say, look, this is the plan I think I want to move forward. If we're willing to move on, if you're willing to move forward with me as the head coach, I'm going to need my guy. Let me go find my guy. And you can still do that and have a reset year. Like, you don't need to be stripping everything down because Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, Chop when he comes back, Kenneth Grant, that's the reset. You already have kind of like you got Patrick Paul. You need a right tackle. You get the kid out of Miami, get the two kids out of Utah, one of them. You put them at right tackle. Now your offensive line ain't so bad. You figure out maybe put Savannah at right guard if James Daniels gets cut, which maybe he should, But I don't think McDaniel is locked in onto it. And I understand that you think that he still is, that he still believes, I could still win with Tua, or he could still. I don't know how we could watch this season, watch their chemistry together, watch everything, and then also see what's on the field and think that McDaniel still says, even though he benched him, and then he did throw him under the bus, rightfully so, in press conferences, think that McDaniel's still going, that's my best shot right there. He's my best shot. Okay, ET phone home.
That?
I mean, just, come on.
Want to know why I believe that? Want to know why I believe that?
Why? I'd love to know.
For the same reason I've been saying since 2022. Mike McDaniel isn't as smart as he thinks he is.
Except for the arm punt.
No, I think that's stupid. I think that's moronic what he did. I think it was stupid. But I don't think that Tua and McDaniel are good for this football team. I want them both gone. But I actually think that they're very unintelligent people who do stupid things. The same way, Bobby, you go to work every day, and you go to the work and you say that you report to the leaders. I'm sure Sammy's done this a few times. He works in politics. He goes around going, this politician, what the heck is he talking about? It's lip service. This is they're trying. It's PR. It's the fact of the matter.
Sammy cannot confirm nor deny that.
Not my politician. My politician is honest.
I said some politicians. I will tell you that I'm telling you this right now. We've all had this conversation for years about Mike McDaniel, not a good coach. We all think he sucks. We all think Tua sucks. Both things can be true. Two people that suck could be dumb enough to still be in cahoots with one another and trying to save each other. Now, if I'm Mike McDaniel, I throw Tua to the curb. I leave him in Madrid. He'll be permacussed there. He won't be able to get back. He might swim back. You never know. Maybe he'll ride a dolphin back. We don't know. But all I'm telling you right now is that I don't believe in Mike McDaniel. I don't believe in Tua Tagovailoa. But I truly believe they still have this sense that they can make this work. Want to know why? Because that's the Dolphin way. We spent 7 years with Ryan freaking Tannehill. Okay, guys? This is the team that literally looked at Ryan Tannehill. Guys, this is the same. You guys weren't thinking about this. This is the same team that took a guy in the first round who spent the 3 out of his first 4 years of college as a wide receiver.
Wait. Right? And he played wide receiver?
For 3 years of college before he became a quarterback. You didn't make the. I guess you weren't watching FTSN last year when I kept on making the joke to Bobby when Bobby
that's
said.
breaking news to me.
Although when Bobby kept
Still play better than Tua.
Bobby,
Wow.
remember
I was
when
going to say, I don't want to hear no knock on Ryan Tannehill. I take
No.
Ryan Tannehill every day of the week.
No, but see,
Over
that's
what
the
we
funny
have.
part, Sammy. Last year, I kept on saying to Bobby,
Oh,
I
God,
would go
no,
get
which-
Ryan Tannehill not to be our quarterback, but to go be our big wide receiver downfield. He's tall.
CSG, yes.
So, for me, we took us 7 years to walk away from Ryan Tannehill. Right? Telling you, they're going to spend another year assessing Tua. That's just the Dolphin way. We don't know any better. So I'm telling you, if Mike McDaniel was smart, I will give him kudos. I will be the first one to applaud
Prime
him.
Tannehill would eat with Mike McDaniel as his coach. He had Joe Philbin and Adam Gase. Give him Mike McDaniel.
He also had Derrick Henry. Let's stop it. If he had Devon A.
Stop for a second. Wait a second. No. Wait a second. Hold on. Stop with that talk for a second. We know what Derrick Henry is. Let's just be real here. Derrick Henry had Marcus
Ryan
Mariota
Tannehill with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
Waddle,
Devon A.
Achane.
No
Chin.
pocket presence.
No,
Kinda
but
kill.
no, stop it. No, Joe Philbin, Adam Gase. Let's be real. Let's be real here.
But
You
that's
give him
my
Mike
point.
McDaniel,
But that's my
a
point,
quarterback who can run, a quarterback who could take a hit, a quarterback who could throw it downfield. Oh, but he played wide receiver in college. He still could throw better downfield than Tua. He can still run better too. He's more athletic. Put him in Mike McDaniel's offense all day, every day of the week. Bro.
He was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time. Is right.
No, but my point is this is the Dolphin way. The same way I'm convinced, and you even said this once,
man.
that if Tua Tagovailoa went to a dome team
was
with a
great.
very good coach, he could potentially be a decent quarterback in the league, and he could make a living being a quarterback.
He could be a decent quarterback in Miami as the bridge backup quarterback. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
He is a game manager, and that's it. That's it. But Miami
He's
tries
Ryan
to force him to be
Fitzpatrick.
more, but you can't do more. But
No one believed in
Fitzpatrick would
Sam
eat under
Darnold. No
McDaniel
one
right
believed
now.
in Daniel Jones. No one believed in all these quarterbacks. That
Daniel
have-
Jones can
Fitzpatrick
run.
actually run.
Daniel Jones
I
can throw
love it.
downfield.
I always
teams
love
was-
Daniel Jones.
How many teams was
Crazy.
How many teams in the year that he could finally sign with Tampa Bay was Baker Mayfield on? 3. He was on Carolina. He was on Cleveland. He was on Carolina. He was on the Rams till the Bucks gave him a shot. So all I'm saying right now, the NFL is very fickle with quarterbacks. Anything can happen on any given day. What I'm saying is it's very Dolphins that they have a guy who did not get interviewed by anyone else in the NFL, but we love this guy, McGenius, the hero of
They
the world.
only loved him because he said yes. He
Yeah.
was the only coach willing to, and you know what? Good for him. There's only 32 head
Yes.
coaching jobs. He was
Good
a run
for
game
him.
coordinator. He
Phenomenal.
wanted
It was
the
his
job.
first and only interview too.
That's right.
Phenomenal.
So he said
Phenomenal.
it. Would you not do anything to get that job, Evan? You would have sat in that locker room. Let's say if that was a job you really wanted, and somebody says, "Evan, you could have one of these 32
I
premier."
would never work
Wait a
with
second.
anyone.
No. Wait a second. You're a run game coordinator, but we're going to interview you. But here's the catch: you could be one of the 32 head coaches in this league, but you have to work with this quarterback. You got to bring the best. You're going to say, "Nah, man, I can't do it." Then go back to San Francisco. Go
I
back.
agree. The same
No
way,
way,
some
bro.
people, you wait your turn. If you're good, if it's a lose, well, think about
No,
this.
no.
If you put Mike McDaniel on a lie detector test right now, he might go down. I'm convinced right now that he literally has hurt his career this year with Tua. I told you, Bobby, you can go. That's the thing about me. I don't put it on Twitter. I don't put it on Facebook. I don't type it. I voice it. I have said since
We
last season, you can record it and you know I'm right because you hear me more than anybody. I wanted those two divorced last season. I wanted them split. They were bad for each other. They're not healthy for each other. It's unhealthy, toxic relationship. It's unhealthy. So for me, I want Tua gone. I want him gone, rid from the Dolphins. He's a stain on this Dolphins for the last 5 years, 6 years, however long he's been here. But at this point, Mike McDaniel is going to continue. Will hold on to him till he can't anymore because that's just Mike McDaniel. He's too nice of a guy. That's the problem with Mike McDaniel. He's too nice. He's not a head coach. So head coaches can't make head coaching decisions. Mike McDaniel doesn't know how to get rid of Tua in his brain. He doesn't have the Koya. He doesn't have the
Does he
wherewithal.
not?
He doesn't have
What I don't understand now is does he want to keep him, or does he just can't figure out to let go of him? Because it's two different things we're saying here. But I think
Both.
he does want to get rid of him.
He doesn't
I
have
think
the,
he
in the
does.
famous words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, he
I don't
does
even
not have
remember what we were talking
He
about.
does
I
not
don't
have
know.
the grapefruit or the testicular fortitude to get rid of Tua. Yet. He just can't. He just won't do it.
Anyway, if you guys don't know yet,
Hell
the
yeah.
Dolphins did win today, 30-13, with an amazing
did.
defense. Devon Achin,
Belt to ass.
They beat a team with a winning record, by the way. You know the
possible
Guys.
Super Bowl contender. You know,
Episode
And
2 of
anymore.
Under the Sun. Episode 2 of Under the Sun will be out today. By the way, I want to ask: do any of you? I know we all have memorabilia. Do any of you drive around with Dolphins
Should have
paraphernalia
worn
on your car?
rivalry jerseys today.
Bobby, do you? I never asked
Yeah.
you. Do you?
yes, I do. Yeah,
What do you have on your car?
I have a little hangy thing. I don't put stickers on my car. I don't do
No.
that.
What do you have?
Yeah,
Do you have
no, we
anything?
don't do that. We don't do that.
Sammy, do you?
I don't-
No, we don't put stickers.
Everyone
no.
knows in Montreal, I have the
No,
vanity plate. I have the
no.
plate. I have the plate cover.
No lie.
Shop at Caneswear, by the way. Beautiful one
No
from Caneswear.
lie. I bought the very nice chrome Miami Dolphins decal for my car. 2 days later, someone crushed me from behind. So
Oh,
never
so
again.
Dolphins. That's so
I
Dolphins.
freaking
Never,
told you, brother.
That is so
never
Dolphins.
again will I ever put Miami Dolphins.
You're telling me the Dolphins hater and me.
They did it on
basically-
purpose too.
I proudly
probably
wear
a
my
Bills
Dolphins
fan.
vanity plate. Shop at Caneswear, 2655 Davie, University Drive in Davie, Florida.
South
Phenomenal
University
store.
Drive. Yes, sir.
I got their paraphernalia on the back of my car. I support Brett and Caneswear.
I was just out there the other day.
Love Caneswear. They're awesome. What's there on my list? We love Caneswear. Got-
Gainsborough's awesome.
Spend-
Brett and the crew.
Spend quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh man. All right. Anyway, look, it was an awesome win. It's a feel-good win.
Yes.
It's, you know, I understand for those who are like, man, of course the Dolphins will mess up a tank. First off, no one ever said they were tanking. People
Yeah.
think they were tanking.
I don't believe
Dolphins-
it.
They only traded one player.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to win. They're trying to
Giants don't
win
nothing.
because they don't want to. And they all want to win. Now, can they actually win enough games for it to matter? I don't think so. But again, I'm at the point now is where whatever pick you get. Let's hope the new guy, because there is a new guy, whether that is Champ Kelly or whomever, is going to make a decision.
Or gal. Or
Yeah.
gal.
Or a girl, depending.
You never know.
You know, and that's what I was going to say. Very quick, now that you said that name, because the Cap, she's a Cap guru. Somebody said this the other day, and it hit me in regards of the type of general manager. Because, you know, some people say, man, they want a general manager from a winning organization who knows how to scout players and do this and do that. And then the other one said, I read this the other day about we need a GM who they don't want a GM who could scout. They want a GM basically who can handle the cap. And I thought that was very interesting, especially with the mess that Miami's in. So where do you guys stand in regards to that type of GM? Obviously we
know where Ray stands.
Say what?
We know where Ray Finkel stands.
Oh, I know where he's coming from. No, I didn't. Sammy did, but again, their names are going to be brought up. No, I know. Yeah. Our
It's been
friend
brought
Curry.
up already. I just repeated what
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's been brought up before, so it is. The names are going to be there.
You never know.
I will go full on pushing the whole damn agenda if guys keep pushing me, with this whole thing. Do Donna Ponte show, Catherine Hickman. Let's do it, brother. No,
Let's go.
But cap specialist or scout? What's your preference? Adrian, I'll start with you.
I don't know. I kind of want somebody in the middle.
I think that would be best both worlds. Again, I can understand the cap spot because Miami's in cap hell. Chris Grier did not know how to manage the cap.
But if
I
they
would
can't
get
pick
someone
in a draft, right?
Yeah,
That's going
that's why to me
everybody.
And to me, if you could get a general manager, obviously best of both worlds would be great. But if you get a general manager who does the cap really well, who's a cap specialist, which there's a few of them like that, get the scouts. Get a good scouting department. Get rid of what you have in Miami and get yourself a grade A scouting department. Or if you get a one who's great at scouting, who's come from an organization that's really professional in scouting or does really well in scouting, then you hire a cap specialist to help you manage that cap. But definitely Miami has to do that. What's he laughing at?
You'll see. You'll see.
To answer Bobby while we wait, whatever happened over there. If you get someone
Look at the comments.
Oh God. Come
Oh
on, man.
boy. Oh, he's putting it up. Okay. All
Damn.
right. Full DEI.
Whatever, brother.
if you get the right scout who drafts well, the Caps thing is gonna solve by itself because you're gonna have
Yeah.
young talent in the later rounds and homegrown talent that's gonna basically fix your Cap. So I rather have the good scout and rely on the outside help for the Cap because if you draft well, the Cap's gonna
Great
take care of
point.
themselves.
Great point, Sammy.
You guys are a bunch of old men pain in the asses in the comments. I just read the comments. I knew as soon as it said the name, it was like, well, yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. I should have never said it. I should have never said or Gap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you started it, and I get the heat. I'll
I
give him
started
he
the
doesn't
shit.
know.
Yeah, you take that. You're the CEO.
Yeah, I'll take it. Anyway, Evan, would you prefer a scout or a cap specialist as a general manager?
I don't really care because I already
Great
know Champ Kelly's already our general manager. Nothing will change.
Great
I want a
answer.
president of
Oh my
football.
God.
I would just like to see we've
Fuck,
already basically hampered our ability to find a general manager by keeping Mike McDaniel. There's no person in their right mind who's outside this organization to say, I'm going to walk into a situation where I have to figure out Tua and I have to figure out Mike McDaniel. Also, what's his name? Brandon Shore. If he was the issue with the cap, if he was involved in the trades, he would be gone. He's their cap specialist. So the only saving grace is maybe a president of football operations might want to come in and assess things for a year with Champ Kelly and Mike McDaniel at the helm. That's something I would consider. But besides that, I don't care because I'm convinced today, and I'm convinced by what I saw this week, which I'm fine with because this is very Dolphins, so it won't affect my life too much, that we're going to have the same general manager, same coach, and maybe a president of football operations, maybe.
Hmm.
You know,
this show
like
has been great.
It's this, like, can we just celebrate? Like, my gosh, dude. Dolphin, we might have the right GM already. Ross better not go hire some clown that he thinks he can control. Interesting take. Hey, maybe Champ Kelly. I'm not gonna lie. I liked his energy better than the guy hiding in the corner with half face looking with binoculars. Yeah. I like the fire. Now we'll see. Again, this is one game. It's just one game. What do they do in Spain? What do they do in the net? If you could beat the Buffalo Bills, you should be able to beat Marcus Mariota and the Commanders. If you go into Spain and you lose
season undefeated.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose these next games, especially with the way you played. You have the formula. This was the formula today.
There's nobody else better than the Bills.
And
there's nobody else better than the Bills.
If Champ Kelly brings that energy, is fired up, and starts looking at, and it comes to Ross and goes, "Hey man, I'm seeing here. I think this is where we could fix it." I could see Champ Kelly keeping the job. He's been interim GM before with the Raiders, didn't get it. Again, I was sold by the energy. I have never seen a GM like that. So I was fired up for that.
And he's a scout.
He's a scout and a former player, I think.
No, he only played in college, never played in the NFL.
Still play football.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did Mike McDaniel at Yale. What's your point?
That's not.
Oh my
God. That's not.
Did he really?
Yes. He was a wide receiver at Yale. He was a wide receiver.
You got his stats.
Stephen A. Smith played basketball, so you never know.
Oh boy, don't even start on that.
The Lex
did he really? If you got all zeros on your stats, did you really play?
By the way, you know what I don't like about what's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm going to go watch.
He played in the Arena Football League in college.
Yeah,
so he played pro.
Play ball. That's all you need.
I will tell you this. The thing
so I just put a whole child to bed.
Guys, there's one thing that really does bother me. Maybe it won't bother you guys as much. I'm sure you guys expect this from the talking heads. This today, no one will
celebrate it, baby.
Sammy, you're rude, bro. Let him talk, man. He's trying to get
a word in. Please go ahead.
Like, my
Oh,
gosh,
that's-
dude.
I
I'm
actually
gonna
Sorry,
mute
Evan.
myself. I'm
No.
gonna mute myself.
Sammy, this was actually meant for you, actually, because you and I've had a good conversation about this. I'm being serious right now. No more funny Finstanza. I will tell you, I'm convinced what bothers me about today's game, being a Dolphins fan, is that tonight and tomorrow, people will not be talking about the things that the Dolphins did well. They're going to be talking about what the Bills did poorly. So they're not going to give praise to the Dolphins on how they performed.
Yes,
I said that
Like
earlier.
Devon Achan,
that already happened.
I
on
bet you
NBC.
Devon Achan will not even get a headline on First Take or Get Up or on any
Gets Up.
unless you're on Dan Lebertard's show or Joe Rogan. Unless you're in Miami, any talking head show on ESPN, Fox One, everywhere, no one's gonna be talking about the Miami Dolphins. They're going to be talking about the Bills and how the Bills played poorly and how the Bills didn't show up and how Josh did the lip service. That's what bothers me about today and what's wrong with the stupid media is that Dolphins aren't going to get credit for the win. The Bills are going to get criticized for the loss.
To take that a little bit further, and I agree 100%. That already happened on NBC. They basically only talk about the way the Bills lost, but
Shit.
we
Who's winning?
are
Who won that
frustrated-
game?
Apology take.
We are frustrated right now, but can you imagine how the Bills fans feel right now after all that traveling? After that stadium was full of Bills fans. They travel over here. They talk so much smack. They party before the game. They fly the banner over the stadium. And I said, if you remember, Bobby, if you
Karma.
remember, Evan, karma is gonna always gets
You
you.
did say that. Yep.
And there you go. So I will be very frustrated right now. If you ask me, basically today we probably handed the division to the Patriots. So the Bills will have to be a wild card team on a year when they had the easiest schedule in the league, and they were favored by so many with the league MVP. So if we feel frustrated right now, imagine how Bills fans feel, because unless you win the Super Bowl, nothing else matters. We are frustrated in Miami because I have won a playoff game in 25 years. The Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They've been to the playoffs every single year. It doesn't matter. They still win. So imagine how they feel tonight.
Could I ask you guys an important? I'm asking you this is an interesting question for both of you guys.
I think they still feel better than us.
No, I have a question for you.
I love
I
that he's coming.
actually have a question for you both of you guys. Do you believe that I'm talking about this is a Bills question actually? Could you very likely see that the Bills don't win the division and they lose in the first round of the playoffs? And the run defense, they didn't do anything to correct their run defense. That the guru of the run defense gets fired. Sorry, of the defense, which is Sean McDermott, gets fired, and Joe Brady is the head coach next year. I actually could see a situation where Sean McDermott is, if they choke this away and they don't win the division, and they lose in the first round of the playoffs, Sean McDermott will be fired as head coach of the Bills. I think if they don't get this is ridiculous. If Mike Vrabel in 1 year with Drake May surpasses Sean McDermott and they don't face the only way the Bills' best shot is maybe the Chiefs again, who they can't beat, but they're the ones who they've had the least trouble with. I'm convinced that Sean McDermott, who's a defensive guy first, he's not even an offensive guy. I could be convinced that Sean McDermott's time in Buffalo could be squandered, or could be done after all this time, because he hasn't gotten to a Super Bowl. They haven't done much. They haven't won anything. And if they choke this away because of the run defense, he'll be fired.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Who knows? Maybe he's even a harder seat than McDaniel right now. We don't know, because his franchise, they're basically both the same.
Wake up, Adrian. Wake up, bro.
I'm up, bro. I'm
We're
up.
almost
I'm
done.
up.
It's
Boy,
late
I'm falling
talk.
asleep live on
I'm on
air.
the phone, bro. I'm trying to turn this game off. I forgot about the Steelers and
Is it past
The
5-3?
Chargers
At one
game.
point, with like 5 minutes left in the second quarter, it was 5-3. I thought I was watching a hot
yeah,
baseball
it's
game.
15.
His head stayed down for a
15-3.
while. I was like, God damn.
No, man, I'm
Right,
trying
right.
to cut this shit on.
Steelers are the Steelers were on fraud
15-3.
alert for the pregame, and right now they're full in fraud mode.
Hey.
No.
Hey,
Yeah, Steelers are.
I gotta check the pick 'em because my son took my phone while I was checking them, and
Well, the
I
pick 'em
went
was
to third.
disgusting.
You didn't see who's
I-
new number one right now?
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Who is it? Is it you?
No.
No, I know him. I know him in number 3. I know him. 3.
I'm not that good. But hey, 1 through 10 are like 3 games
Yeah,
separated
it's very
by 2
tight
games.
this year. It's
yeah, it is.
It's tight like a tiger. It's tight
the
like a
tightest.
tiger.
I gotta order him the ring in 2 weeks. I'll be ordering the ring. So
I want
That's
that ring.
crazy, bro.
I want to be like that when I'm
3
talking to you guys.
games.
Anyway, listen, you know what I mean? Like have that big ass ring.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. The big one. Like, yeah, we don't put it on your middle finger.
You know what
too.
they say about
You just be like,
You know what people say about
Yeah.
people who wear big
I wonder
rings,
who
right?
won that league.
What do they say about big rings?
Can't answer that.
You should. I mean, we've pretty much towed the line the whole freaking show. So
it's
Might as
Yeah,
well.
we kind of
Fight
went past
night
the line.
with Dolphins talk.
Big ring here. Missing something down there.
DSG,
is that right?
hey, I'm good at that. I'm good at
trying to
lining them
line
up,
two
brother.
suckers.
People who wear big rings
Damn.
are permacussed.
Is that what? This is gonna sound bad because I thought about this earlier, and you're gonna see. So got milk. That hat. The
Got
hat.
milk.
What's that? What's that
Oh,
on your
yeah.
hat?
Me?
What's that? Yeah, what's the
Dried,
white?
dried up
it's
leche.
polluted surface.
Oh,
so
no.
now you're gonna feel bad. It's camouflage. It's
Oh,
camouflage.
okay, no, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm just gonna. I'm not
Dried
gonna
up
feel
leche.
bad. I saw it earlier and I didn't want to. But yeah, when
it's
Adrian
a
said
camouflage.
dried up leche,
Camouflage.
I
It's a
was like, goddamn.
I wear this hat because it's
I
camouflage.
spilled this leche on my hat.
Blake Kingswear. But how I bought it at Kingswear. Maybe I don't know.
No, it's not. Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
He bought it at Kingswear. Here come this is your Evan later. Damn it, dear Brett. Dear Brett. I'm disappointed in this hat. What is this stuff? I was told this was camouflage. I got bullied on Finstock post game. No, he didn't.
By the way, as much as you guys pick on me, tease me, make fun of me, I have control to knock all of you out, mute you, and I'm a
You
mensch. I'm a mensch. I'm a gentleman. I'm nice to all of you.
You're the best.
Anyway, so
Yeah. And now you're gone.
you are a mensch. You are a mensch, sir.
I'm the mensch
You're a
on the
real
bench.
Mitch.
That's
I'm the
right.
mensch on the bench.
A real Mitch.
This has been really, the time went by really too fast, but this has been a lot of fun.
Oh man, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, this went a
This
while,
is
but
nothing
that's
for
cool.
Vince Stan.
Sammy
I know.
got to be so tired. Sammy got to get up in like 5 hours.
That's nothing.
I'm
4
up
hours.
since I don't know 5 something. I'll be sleep at 5:40. Or that's 4 your time, right?
I got to get up at 3:30. So let's get it.
It's totally gone, bro. That's totally gone. It's awesome. It's great. Just an innocent conversation about candy,
Man,
chocolate.
look
And
where this went.
I love milk.
It's-
Give me all the
it's your
leche.
gimmick.
No, Bobby, no. I was like, what happened? What just happened?
No,
I was
Bobby,
like, wait,
no.
stop. Don't say it. Don't say it. I told my wife, I said, I'm rolling with this. I'm not letting this go. This is going to
It's
be
your
it.
gimmick, bro.
That's it, bro.
That's
man.
it.
Canada would shut
Fire
down
ass
our power.
gimmick.
Canada would shut down our power.
Josh says I'm off tomorrow. Josh, you and I have to connect, my man. We got some stuff to talk about, and obviously the draft. That'll be fun. We get to look into that. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. This has been a blast of a show. Literally, thank you to Doll who couldn't finish it up with us. She's probably knocked out with that melatonin, but appreciate
To
her.
go.
Finn Stands, as always, it's a pleasure doing this with you. It's always fun.
It is.
It's never boring. That's the thing. Imagine if it was always agreement
Yeah.
or anything. He's pissed, but it's okay. He'll get over it. He loves
Ah,
me.
he's
he's
the
not
best.
pissed. He can't be pissed.
Evan
He's all
is the
no.
best.
Yeah, as soon as we go, damn it, Bobby. No, I'm just playing. He'll call me later. You prick. I'm sorry.
Don't be
Never-
too,
I
bro.
have never done that. In
Don't get in your
3+
feelings.
years. No, I don't. This stuff.
I've never done that this month.
Yeah. I had never done that in 2 weeks, bro. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. No,
Be pissed
no,
off
Evan.
after a podcast.
No. Full
When's the
disclosure.
last time
Evan's
on a
never done
podcast
that.
like
No,
that?
Evan's
Okay.
never done that. Never done that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
He
always-
rolls
it's all
with it.
love. It's all
He's a
love.
good. He's a Mitch.
He's a mensch. But Finn, Sammy, appreciate you, my brother, as always. Thank you for coming on and staying on. I know you've done 2 of these today. You've done 3 because you were on earlier with post game, and
Yeah.
you're on this post game. And Adrian, got to do this more. I got to get you on Fitz Talk today because you and I just kill it. This is fun. I know you.
Yeah, I fuck with you, Bobby.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. We'll have too much fun. But anyway, appreciate you all. Couldn't even see him half the show because of the camo. Yeah, that's right. He's the FTSN John Cena. You can't see Evan. You can only see the right spots on
That
his
is
hat.
dried leche. All right. Not camo. Get it together.
In the middle of the night, you hear, is Evan texting? Is Evan typing again? Stay out of here. Don't come in here.
I told you to not bother me while I'm cleaning my room.
Yes. Oh, we're so tired. I'm done. All right. Much love to everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Dolphin fans, we could say it today with good feelings.
That's it.
Right? Like,
Fins for the win.
subscribe, and most importantly, fins up. Good night, Miami. See you guys next time.